Woo! Welcome to Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Session numero uno, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Thank you all for waiting very patiently while we figured some things out last minute there. A lot of you are here, and we are so thrilled that you took the time out of your busy Tuesday to hang out and put on your fairy wings and go for a little fun magical journey with us today. So excited just to run this Wild Beyond the Witchlight for those that you don't know, and maybe for those that don't know who I am or what we're doing here. My name is Dicecream Sandwich, one of the DMs here on the Dicecream Twitch channel. I am also one of the co-creators of the channel as well. We run a main campaign every Monday called Beyond the Realms with D&D TikTok creators, and we also do fun mini campaigns and one-shots with other creators as well, like the amazing people you're seeing on the screen here. So very, very stoked that we got to do kind of a Gen Con part 2, kind of, sort of, maybe, with Jennings and Quincy here, and also getting to hang out with Jackie and Shane once more. Kind of a continuation of a really awesome one-shot we got to do before Gen Con with the workshop watches, which, by the way, I've had a lot of people ask me, where can we watch that one-shot? Since it happened, I still get DMs, and it is on our YouTube. It is posted there for anyone to watch. We put all of our past sessions, all of our past games on the Dicecream YouTube channel. So if you want to catch up on current campaigns or one-shots or anything like that, that is the place to check out. But yeah, so just for anyone else who may not be familiar with all of you, which I'm sure there are not a lot of people who aren't, just go around the virtual table quickly and just introduce yourself and what kind of race and class you're playing. I will start with you, Jennings.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. My name is Jennings Brower. I am a level 3 tiefling fighter. My character's name is Lucifer Morningstar. Classic. Felt like sticking with the classic OG character. And it's going to be a very fun time. I'm very excited to start this campaign with all these amazing, fantastic people. It's going to be so exciting. So exciting.
Super stoked. All right. Jackie.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jackie Ilana Chan, and I'm currently playing a Tabaxi Monk level 3.
Awesome. And Quincy.
Hey, I'm playing Quincy as a artificer, artillerist. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Oh my God, is that little guy making a return appearance from
Yes. Yeah, cool.
Yes. The mechanical bird strike. Oh shit. It just got real. That is amazing. I'm so stoked to play with that little bird again. And last but certainly not least, Shane.
Hi, I'm Shane Wally, and I am playing an Arakokra Druid Disciple of Shepherd.
Yeah. You got it.
Level 3.
What a name.
Yeah, and his name is Evie.
Wait, say the reason why, though, because it's cute as fuck.
So I was looking back to see what the names were of his race, and a lot of their names have chirps and trills inside of it. So the I is actually like a trill, so it's Eddie.
Oh,
So cute.
so cute.
I love that so much. All right, so I think that is all. As far as the Dicecream Sandwich news goes, we are currently doing a giveaway on the Dicecream Instagram that we just launched the other day. Fun little collab we're doing with Norse Foundry Dice. Really awesome, high quality dice company that make amazing sets. They do Kickstarters for insane metal dice with like dragon scales on them and like gold skulls and all kinds of craziness. So we're giving away one of their premium sets right now on the Instagrams. So if you want your chance to win said dice sets, you can go over the Dicecream Instagram right now, enter to win that, and we will be announcing the winner next Monday during our main campaign that we've been running for almost 2 years now, Beyond the Realm. So the winner will be announced next Monday's stream. So come and hang out with us. We'd really appreciate it. But all that out of the way, everybody. I've got my wings on. You've got your wings on. We all good. Okay. So nothing else left to do except get comfy, everyone. Grab your tea, grab your dice, sit back, relax, and enjoy session 1 of Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Wow.
The foundation of every state is the education of its youth. But sometimes that foundation can be forgotten. That journey that takes you from the day you were born into the person you grow to become isn't always as clear as one would like. Sometimes the road is foggy, misguided, and it can be easy for one to get lost in oneself. That energy, exuberance, and gusto tested by the weight of the world's events, the people you love, and the people you lose. Some come from the other side of this unscathed and are able to hold on to the person they once were. Others become scarce fragments of their younger selves into somebody else entirely. Yet, no matter how far off the trail you travel, there are anchor points in this world that make us remember those fonder times. A first kiss, a heart-wrenching performance, an exhilarating thrill, a carnival. For you, these thoughts and instincts begin to envelop you. As a well-known aristocrat and former adventurer himself, Medric Rosloff starts to tell you the reason why he has summoned you here today. When you first heard the rumors of someone of such high respect and stature as Medric, that he was looking to hire a party to investigate something as so trivial as a children's fair, the notion was kind of scoffed at by most seasoned swashbucklers. You know, you hear things like, not worth my time, this is so beneath me, I heard the old man has lost his mind. But with some of you in need of serious coin, and some of you having just worked together on a job dealing with a demonic set of brothers taking over a small western town just a few miles away from here, coin is getting thin, and so are your options. As you walk up to the abode of Medric Rosloff, you can see that he lives, quite literally, inside of a giant pumpkin farm. Sharing his rustic farmhouse space with rodents and pixies as you start to walk up the dirt road with a wood splintered fence that kind of winds itself up to the main abode. You can see these little creatures scattering amongst your feet and little pixies kind of flying above your head, looking like fairy lights, fire lights, tea lights in the sky. You enter into his home and can see that his adventuring days are clearly behind him. He's quite old and frail. Nevertheless, he is delighted to make your acquaintance. I've acquired many treasures and made important contacts during my lengthy adventuring career. I would like to pass the treasures I possess and the favors I am owed onto you all. In exchange, I ask that you travel to Prismeer, a domain in Feywild, and find out what fate has befallen the Archfey that rules it. This Archfey, Zybilna, is my patron and inspiration, the source of my power. I've been unable to contact Zybilna for the better part of a year, and I fear something terrible has happened. My adventuring days are over. But Zybilna has been good to me, and I would like to know she is well before I take my leave. As you may have heard, every 8 years or so, our world is visited by a traveling extravaganza called the Witchlight Carnival. It recently returned and is camped 3 days travel from here, and I am asking you now, because this carnival might pack up and leave in a week or two, and it contains your only route to Prismere. A Fey crossing, if you will. Your mission is simple. Seek out Zabilna of Prismere. Help her if you can. And return with proof that she is alive and well. Upon your return, all the hard-won earnings of my adventuring career shall be yours. And as you enter into this main sort of pumpkin home, it's like a museum of many past lives. You see tons of various weapons, items, scriptures, maps, scrolls, all along various pedestals aligned with glass casings framed up on walls. Much like stepping into Doctor Strange's home with the many, many magical items all set apart around many rooms, all sort of laid out, showcasing a life well lived. Few of you even recognize some of these items, and seeing your current situation, the amount of chatter that could be ascertained piques your interest that much more. People were scoffing at this, and you just walked into a gold mine of a job. Find someone in the Feywild and come back? Easy as pie. But when Mydrick mentioned the name Witchlight Carnival, the spark ignited within you, within all of you, connecting to a faint past memory of your youth. All four of you, in fact, having visited this very same carnival before your teenage years. Some of you sneaking in undetected, some of you being brought by parents, some with friends. The memory you've kind of pushed out of your rear view, you've put it behind you, as it isn't a pleasant experience. For the most part, it was delightful. The cacophony of smells and colors and glitter and various creatures of every make from the Fae greeting you, fantastic performances, amazing treats. But there was one incident that kind of stings you still to this day. A certain fortune teller that each of you had visited during your time there. None of you know this fact. This is sort of being brought to you individually. As you visited this fortune teller, thinking it was just another part of the show, another thing to be a part of the show, another whimsical act to enjoy. After the fortune teller had kind of given you a few little key bits of information about what may or may not occur in your future, she asked you a very specific question. What is it that you truly desire? Each of you answering because you all have different personalities, different things you want, each of you giving your own answer. The minute you completed that answer, a shining light lifted itself from the top of your head, whimsically twisting and turning around towards the fortune teller. This sort of old, ragged-looking woman with blue and black tattered dress and gown with a hood up, hair that was black and long, stringy hemp-like with wisps of dark blue and light purple interwoven. long fingers with very long fingernails clacking against this glass dome of swirling blues and yellows and whites and pinks, purples with faint glittering on the sides, held up by this onyx black statue raised on a circular table with a light purple velvet curtain over top of it. The light wisped into her hand and put into a bag. And for you at this age, just thinking it's a bit of fun, a light show of sorts, paid it no attention. But as time went on, that thing you truly desired became unobtainable to an absurd amount. For each of you, that thing you desired never, ever came to pass. Whether it was to be the world's greatest chef or just to shoot a three-pointer, no matter how hard you practiced, no matter how hard you went to shoot that ball, never would go in. Even if you would stand directly over top of it, throw that ball into the basket, boom, boom, would always deflect and bounce away. Eventually, you accepted this as a hard truth, that this is just something that you were not meant to do. It was not meant to pass. But in the back of all of your minds, you always connected the carnival to this instance. And you just, after a while, never wanted to go back. It was just part of a dark memory that you never wanted to revisit. But now, you have a reason to go back. You have an objective in mind and a goal. But maybe, just maybe, you can find this fortune teller and regain that was lost. But we'll come to that when that comes to pass. For now, the traveling extravaganza known as the Witchlight Carnival is set before you. And as you start to make your way towards the location of where this carnival will be, 3 days have passed since you've met Mydrick. The location of where the carnival lands is always a bit hard to figure out, as Fae tend to be a bit chaotic and not so well planned. Mydrick was able to ascertain where the exact location would be for when this carnival would take place. And as you've set up your camp for the night, and you start to make your way towards where this carnival should be, you start to wake up. Early in the morning, as the first stars of night twinkle above the apricot sunset that is directly above you. Suddenly, you start to hear footsteps and people gather from all around you. Giant dragonflies begin to whir overhead. Trailing streamers in a low mist curls over the ground. Through a floral archway, you glimpse wondrous and vibrant creatures, elf, stilt walkers, dancing fairies, and painted performers. Everywhere, suddenly there's laughter, pixie dust, bubbles, and the wistful tone of a whistling calliope. You start to notice a river being born right in front of your very eyes, like a blue ribbon that's just thrusted forward like a rolling carpet unfurling in this massive sprawl all around you as tents pop up from the ground. The carnival has arrived. And with that, you see a ticket booth pop up out of the ground as an entire carnival has now been laid out before you. Crowds of people starting to come from all directions. A lineup being formed in front of what looks like a particular ticket booth with a very old, small, wrinkly goblin with big round spectacles starting to address the crowd. All right, everyone, calm down. Get in a formal line. We don't have all day, okay? We're only open for till around dusk. Nightfall comes, and we're able to crown the Witchlight monarch. Now, come on, get a line.
Come on, Lucy, Abby, come on. We gotta get to the front. We have to get in the front. Let's go. Come on, move. Come on. And I start running and try to get to the front.
And as you all awake and start to rush forward to the front of the line, we'll go around the table here, and I'm going to ask you what your character looks like. So for Jennings, let's start with you.
So Lucifer is wearing a black vest over what looks like a red button-down shirt, but because it is a different time, it's not quite buttons. Anyways, he has long black horns atop his black, always slicked back hair. He has golden eyes and a devilish smile, and he always has an aura of mystery and up to no goodery going on.
Awesome. Okay, and then we'll go over to Jackie.
Okay, so Katarina Mosspatch, or Moss for short, is a tabaxi monk who has light gray fur with stripes of white, beautiful emerald green eyes, but her eyes hold a curiosity that's held back by a very shy and timid demeanor. She has what used to be bright gold robes, but have been worn down and haven't really been washed. She's definitely one to walk the streets and look for moments of employment whenever and wherever they are. She has a tattered cape and a quarterstaff with her, but she trails along behind the group of adventurers, very curious, with a red ball of yarn that she plays with when she's nervous or can't keep herself from going off on curious adventures like, oh, glitter? What's that? So she uses this ball to keep herself from doing that. So you'll see her just like.
Wow, that is dope. We got to get you a ball of yarn, yo.
That's awesome.
Seriously. Amazing. Okay, great introduction. Quincy.
Quincy is wearing his classic, very much brown vest, the brown shirt. His hair is shorter in this one. I'm kind of imagining Quincy at this point is very before the tavern. Like, this tavern hasn't even happened yet. This is while he's traveling. He's getting to know who he is a little bit. So I preface it saying that he's not quite as wizened yet. So
an unseasoned Quincy.
A very unseasoned.
A charcoal pan, if you will, that has not been scrubbed yet. I guess.
Very rough around the edges, hasn't quite learned how to say no or to tame himself quite yet.
Oh God, this is gonna be great for me.
he has the beginnings of like several tattoos on his arms. He's got his 2 gauntlets on each one. They're mismatched. One of them is black, one of them is brown, because one of them was stolen and one was just one that he found. He's kind of just got like everything that he needs. It's very small. It's very simple. Everything is in his little pouch. It's in a his own bag of holding. He named it Waffles because it's got pockets. And yeah, that's pretty much what he is. It's very simple. He's got his red bandana. Always has his red bandana on with him. And that is very much of a key thing for him. But yeah, that's what he looks like.
Splendid. Love it. And Shane.
So Evie is a medium-sized bird that resembles a white and blue peacock. Standing at 4'2", his coral blue feather patterns makes him look even smaller. Dressed in light leather armor that's hung with a silky silvery fabric that, when lit by bright light, looks as if his roots were the fabric itself, and it blends into his colors. He carries his sickle on his back, and he has 2 coral blue lines crossing his chest, starting from his shoulders and near touching as a V down to his navel. His beak and talons match a sandy white tone, and his eyes are soulfully sparkle in warm amber.
Nice. That's gonna make for some great fucking artwork.
Shane wins. That's That's amazing.
That was absolutely
They wrote a journal.
Okay, so as you all begin to approach the ticket booth, running against the crowd, you're able to kind of beat them and meet them there.
Excuse me, pardon me. Come on.
Start bumping
Wait
into
for me!
various people.
Devil coming through.
Jesus! Oh, fuck. Okay,
No,
okay.
actually, that's wrong.
We're so sorry about that. Sorry. Quincy.
I said, I just
I'm
told
in
him
front
it
of the
wasn't.
line now. Just
Yeah.
buy your ticket.
Hi.
Okay, so as you approach the ticket booth, you start to see it more in detail. You notice a silvery statue of a dancing fairy is mounted on the roof of the ticket booth, surrounded by fluttering butterflies just milling all about. The booth is decorated with an animated depiction of the night sky with shooting stars arcing across it. An elderly goblin perches behind the ticket counter, peering at you quizzically through a spyglass. He lowers a spyglass and calls out to you, "Greeting there, fair goers! Hello!" And as you look at him a bit more
Well,
closely,
hi.
you see that he has this dark, faded green skin, very wrinkly and crusty. He's wearing a brown leather vest, no shirt underneath, sort of brown, dark hemp pants that's just kind of tied up with a string, not wearing any shoes, just kind of brown, old, like stringy wraps around the bottoms of his feet.
I quite like his style.
No arms. He does not have any arms. He is armless. He has like two big gold rings on his earlobes. He's got big, mangled, like yellowish, crooked teeth kind of on the tops and bottoms of his mouth. A chin that kind of points out pretty protrudingly with white hair just kind of sticking out of it. Fairly heavy brow, very large nose, and he's got this hairline is like way back, like basically the hair starts like from the back of his head and it's like Einstein looking, like white and shriveled and poking out, with sideburns that are very jagged that go along the sides of his head and kind of cut underneath the chin. Very wide, angular ears, very Dumbo-like, flapping with a few chunks kind of taken out of them. Toenails long, curled, yellow. He's got a braid, a white haired braid kind of coming from the back of his head and over his shoulder. Cheide, hold on. He takes one of his feet and grabs an ear horn and brings it to his ear, kind of sticks it in. He's like, sorry there, I didn't hear you there for a while. Looking to buy a ticket, are you?
Yes.
Lucifer uses his thaumaturgy to say, "Yes, sir. We are looking to buy tickets. Do you have them here?"
It is the ticket.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything for sheer, but I have some tickets here. What was your names?
Lucifer.
Lucifer?
He's the devil.
Moss?
Moss? Okay, Moss.
Quincy.
Thank you. And you?
Hey,
Bless you. What's your name?
Abby.
Abby?
Abby. Close.
Just put down Abby. I'm sorry, Abby. I'm sorry.
Abby, all the same to me, my friend. I've had friends who are just named by clicks and sound bites. Hold on. My name is Nicholas Midnight. I am the owner of the ticket booth here, the front lines of the carnival, if you will. Hey, can you just get on with it? We won't wait with the carnival. Shut your mouth or you're never getting in, you prune. Sorry. People need to learn patience.
I know, people just manners.
I know, it's like the thing that comes once every 8 years or something.
How could he hear that, but not you, Lucifer? I don't understand.
Hold on. Let me see.
Active hearing.
I have something for you, actually. Lucifer, Mars, Quincy, and Sneezing Bird. Hold on. Reaches down underneath the ticket booth desk and brings out an ornate wooden box with a silver clasp. It has a monogram N and M, and is able to simply just click it open, opens it up, and there are 4 tickets inside. A gift from a mysterious benefactor. Here you go.
Well, that's
Moss-
convenient.
Moss puts her change that she was like taking out of her pockets and stuffs it back in. Thank God.
Well,
No, save that for later.
we don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Thank you very much. Take the 4 tickets.
No problems. Your lucky day. Someone's looking out for you.
Oh, that's
Few
so
things, though, we got to go through. If it's your first time at the carnival, yes. You've been here not in a while.
I've got a
Been
strange
a while.
feeling that I've been here before.
Been a little bit.
Well, just in case your minds are as dried up as my nail cavity, let's just go over the rules a little bit here. First off, with your ticket, you will need these. And he reaches down and pulls out a set of like crudely made dollar store nylon fairy wings for each of you. You don't need to wear these while you're in the carnival there, friends. This signifies to all the carnies and people inside that you have bought a ticket and you're here by legal.
But I have my own wings.
You couldn't just give us like a sticker or a stamp or anything. We have to wear, and as I'm putting this on, these wings.
Moss is trying to be polite, and she's trying to get over her cloak, longbow, and quarterstaff. So we don't need to wear this? No?
Do we have
No,
to?
you need to. What?
We do need to.
What is
Okay.
that? That's ridiculous. Wear the wings.
I'm trying!
And he has his feet kind of up from he's sitting on a chair, like a high sort of wooden stool, as he's kind of directing you with his feet. And he's just like, as Quincy, you say that, like, why not a stamp or a ticket? He's like, you got a ticket. But Em looks at you like no one's ever asked this question before. Like, no, that's not. Wear the wings.
I don't remember having to do this last time.
You neither.
It's midnight. Any chance you have bat-shaped wings?
I already have wings.
I mean, sure, why not? And he takes
Fantastic. Jenny.
with
Oh,
his
wait,
his
do we
foot.
have options for colors? Wait, what do you got for color options?
I'm already tied up, so I'm
Just
just
take what he's giving you, god damn it! You know what, son? You're out. You're out. Witchlight, hands, take him out. I don't like his face.
Wait. Can I
No,
help?
I'm so sorry.
Can I help?
You see this incredibly buff bugbear with
That's
sort of a vest and pants that are clearly too tight for him. There's like multicolored sort of patchwork done over his chest and over his legs. Wearing this tiny little like mini crown hat that's kind of off to his side that's like patches of blue and red and pink and has like a little makeshift crown that's like made out of like velvet material. All right, man, you're disturbing the others. No time for this. Come on. You're out. Wait, no, but I was gonna go. Come on, you can come back tomorrow. You're bumming everyone out. Come on. It just like puts him out of the lineup. I'm sorry.
Bye.
So you wanted bat wings?
Yes.
All right, bat wings, and you want a different color?
What do you got?
What do you want?
I want to look like his wings, and I point to Ebby.
I got my own.
Any other requests?
Where do I put mine? I already have wings.
I told them this would be a problem with
You're
everything.
doing a great
But
job.
wanted to do the wings. The wings have to be on everybody.
Does it matter where they're on?
No, I guess not.
It doesn't help.
So okay.
You want yours to look like the peacock's color, and Lucifer want bat wings. Ebby, already having wings, is just like, do I have to? How does this work? You don't have to wear them over your back. You could put them on your front. You could put them on your head. You could put them on your crotch for all I care. We just need to know that you got them.
Abby, you can have booby wings. Abby, put them on the front. Booby wings.
Done. I can fly in every direction.
Lucifer flicks the coin
Call
to
me
Nicholas saying, thank you for the custom wings.
All right. And Jackie, do you want your wings to look like anything else as well?
Moss is already tangled up. She's like, I'll be fine. But she
All
does,
right, no
does
problem.
look on her chest. Booby wings.
And then you see Nicholas just kind of raise his foot and just snap the two toes. The big toe with the elongated sort of snap toenail on the little toe snaps in. All of a sudden, Lucifer, your wings are dark as night and got angles on them like bat wings. Quincy, yours coloration just glitters and changes from the inside going outward to the bright blue coloration of Ebby's peacock feathers.
Hey,
I'm fabulous.
I know.
And also, don't forget this. You're gonna need this to travel around. And he puts up his foot and hands you a map of the Witchlight Carnival.
Can I They're a bit too big. Can I customize mine? They're a bit too big for my face.
Oh, you sure? You just want them to be itty bitty?
Can I have them change from big and small when I like?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I got a lot of things to do, pal. I think you just gotta pick one before this mob starts to murder me.
That's
I'll
fair.
That's fine. I'll keep it like this.
All right, fair enough.
I think they're perfect size, Abby.
Oh, also, if you cause shit in the carnival, you hurt someone, you steal shit, people will come to you and figure it out. Anyway, go, have fun, frolic, go, explore.
Lucifer says, say less, and moves forward to go find snacks.
Abby's already stripped.
Thank you for the booby wings!
No, my wings!
Booby wings!
As you all just sort of run past the ticket booth, shouting these things, being one of the first to enter into the carnival. So, I believe we'll have the map on the screen here for others to witness as well. This is the fun part for this adventuring party. You decide where you want to go. Which part of the carnival seems like something you want to go explore first. You kind of enter through past the ticket booth, and this sprawling, amazing circus just starts to just like surround you at all corners. You see like two girls in face paints, a lion and a heart, squabble over a painted wooden crown that their mother won at a stall. You see a satyr with red and white striped horns playing the pipes with leading up precision of dancing rodents as they kind of stroll on past you. An elf stilt walker tossing colorful sugary treats down to kids who pass by. A painted sign of an elf wearing a jester's hat springs to life and explains, "We hope you're having a delightful evening," as you pass by him.
What do you want to do first?
I'm gonna find a turkey leg.
I
Who's
was
got
gonna
food?
say, I really, really want some carnival food.
Who's got food? Hello?
Food. Okay.
Food?
So we'll go get food first. Okay.
The map
So
says feasting orchard.
is a feasting orchard. All right. That's to the right this way. And we'll go that way.
Okay.
Okay,
Go that way.
feasting orchard. Okay. Make me perception checks just to see if you can kind of start to guide your way as the crowds are starting to come in. It's kind of like the opening of Disneyland. Like you only got like a few minutes to kind of see everything without everything being just ransacked with people. Now that you're inside, all the crowd's starting to bellow in behind you.
16.
Natural 20.
Oh, the first one.
That one!
Everything's
Moss is so
green.
distracted by her booby wings.
It's because of the feathers.
Wah, wah. Oh my god. Okay. So a 16. There was a 1 I heard.
Oh. Haha, of course. I knew to roll. 17.
17. Okay. And then Shane?
Mine was a 16.
16. Okay, so more than enough.
And
You're
wait,
kind of
that was
able to kind
dexterity
of.
check? Wait.
Oh, it's perception, but you all so high that you're able to see kind of where the feasting orchard is before the large amounts of people start roaming in. You start to see these long tables kind of get sprawled out, and various cakes and treats start to be put on top of them as various carnival goers are kind of starting to crowd that area from the smells. As you walk closer and closer, you can just smell the sweet scents of brownies, cupcake icing, sugary bits, all kinds. As you get closer, the music and mirth radiate from this park. The heady scents of flowers, mead, and berry pie start to waft through the air as you get closer. Stilt walkers pluck fruits from trees, musicians drum, pipe, and strum, and everywhere there is singing, dancing, and an ornate amount of custard.
Custard?
Mm-hmm.
Like pudding?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
They serve milk here.
As you kind of look,
a warm bowl of milk.
as you can kind of see, there are a group of halflings kind of running this section of the feasting orchard, and you start to enter. One of them just kind of, excuse me, it'll be down here. Yeah, hello. Yeah, hi. That's gonna be one ticket each for you. You were gifted.
Boobie wings?
I didn't know they did that.
Excuse me, her eyes are a little bit higher up.
Look at mine.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I thought you wanted me to look at your booby wings. I'm sorry.
I did.
I've never seen booby wings before. Do I look? Do I look? Oh God, I should have asked permission. I'm sorry. Oh God.
Well, let me try and find my ticket. Just a second.
Okay. Should have mentioned inside that box there were 8 there's like a punch card on the ticket,
Oh, okay.
and there were 8 holes or 8 places for you to punch the ticket through. So you essentially each ride is a sort of hole punch in the ticket, and you've got a slot for like 8 of them so far to be used.
One punch for food.
Yeah. So as you kind of go past the 8 punch holes, you'll need to buy more tickets.
Oh, so there's more area. There are more areas in the carnival than there are 8 slots on a ticket.
Yes. So I think there's around like 15 or so attractions, I think.
Gotcha.
Right now you currently are able to go to 8 of those attractions for free. If you do all 8 and you want to do more, you'll have to go back to old Nicholas Midnight and grab yourself another ticket.
Nice.
Okay.
Well then, I'll give my ticket to the little person thingy creature, and I want my ticket punched for food.
Lucifer also wants his ticket punched for food. He also asked the halfling, "Do you have any meat?"
You want to eat meat? That's going to
It's
be
not-
really
not for the
difficult for what's
canine
about to
right now,
happen.
yes.
If you want to eat the meat, we'll give you all the meat you want, friend.
Fantastic. I won't have to eat you then. Pats him on the head.
I hate it when
kidding.
people touch me like that. This is ridiculous. Walks off to the side. And as you're kind of asking, like, "Oh, I want cakes. Ooh, do you have meat? Oh, do you have mead?" All the halflings are kind of getting everything set up for this event that's seemingly taking place. And every time you ask for certain foods, they're like, "Yeah, no problem. It'll be fine." You start to see more people start to come in, paying the ticket, sitting down at the many long tables that are set up all around you. And some of the halflings kind of guide your hand and be like, this way, and kind of leads you down to one of the long tables as you're all able to kind of like sit side by side to each other.
How dare they be so adorable?
As you go and kind of sit down, you are kind of sitting there. Plates are now starting to be put on the table with cutlery and things like that, and just kind of waiting eagerly for food to be presented. But until then, you're able to kind of chat with one another before the food comes to you.
So,
Abby, is your perch comfortable?
I can't see anything. But I'm cozy.
Happy toys. That's fine.
all right. After we do this, what do you guys want to do? What's the first thing we do?
I see something about
Every-
dragons.
Are there rides?
Let
me look.
Lots of rides here.
There's a carousel. There's
Carousel.
Oh, the Dragonfly ride. Yeah, that one looks really fun.
That's cool.
Ooh.
I think I also saw like something in Lost Property. I don't know. I just think that could be fun.
You lose something?
Ooh, Hall
Well,
of Illusions. I
I
love
mean,
it.
Awesome.
they might lose more things.
You want the lost things.
I just want to see what's there. I like to call it the free gift shop.
So here's a question, Quincy. If you go into the Lost and Found and they ask you to describe what it is you've lost, What do you describe?
See, you gotta scout it out first. You gotta see what's in there first. Then you.
What if you can't see it until you describe it?
Well, that's why you don't go in the front, Lucy. You gotta go in the back.
I'll be the distraction. I think I'm setting a
For
new
the
trap.
devil, you're not very smart on this thing. Come on, I'm trying to talk deception here.
You see, all I would go in and say, it was kind of gold. See how they react. Kind of silver.
We could do both. We could
Some
bribe
jewel.
them. We could bribe them, and then if that doesn't work, we could just take it.
Well, see, Lucy's got I've got a tough time since, lying is not one of my strong suits. So I would help distract as well.
So as you're having this conversation, you start to see all the tables get filled up at this point. The groups of halflings are kind of setting up everyone's tables. It looks like things are about to begin as the halflings start to come out from sort of behind where the orchard is, through past the sort of curtain gated area. Heaps of various foods start to come off from behind, and it's mostly baked goods. It's mostly cakes, cupcakes, things of that nature. And then when they're kind of passing them off one by one, you see the halflings getting closer to you, and you see one of them, Lucifer, carrying a T-bone steak on one plate that just everyone kind of is smelling, as it's kind of a weird mixture of you're smelling like literally freshly baked cupcake smells, and then all of a sudden there's just this waft of salty barbecued red meat that's also kind of intermingling in this like sweet and salty rind through the air. And as they come off, there's a big cake for you, Quincy. There's another cupcake for Kat, and for Evie there's like a bowl of feed that's like kind of like seeds, but like they're tiny little like balls of cupcake instead of seeds.
Oh my gosh!
To kind of peek at.
Can I get my bowl of milk?
Yes, and the bowl of milk as well.
Okay, so Moss
Beside you.
steps down from the picnic table area, puts the bowl down, and starts purring as she licks on the ground. Don't mind me, just.
Okay.
This is lovely. Whole milk. This is great.
Oh no.
And then as the giant T-bone gets put down in front of you, Luce, you all kind of pick up your utensils and look like you're about to chow down. And then one of the halflings starts to go ding-a-ling-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. This halfling female with this very nice, elaborate outfit with kind of nice brown trousers, high boots, leather boots that kind of come up just below the knee. She has kind of these fingerless gloves with this very nice ornate vest-like shirt that kind of has a high collar up here, goes down low, has smatterings of brown and bright green tapestry coloration around the collar, with a little bit of a sleeve that kind of pokes out of these very sharp shoulder material. A lute kind of hangs off of her back. She's got dark hair, long bangs, and a kind of a bun that's kind of tied up here. Very sort of tanned, pink skin with elongated ears. As she kind of finishes ringing that bell. Let the feasting orchard eating contest begin! Ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding! And then you just see everyone go just start scarfing everything as fast as they can. And Lucy, you look at your meat, your giant plate of meat, and the kind of feeling you're getting is that you have to eat this thing as fast as humanly possible.
Oh, you made an error.
Now,
These are
what I need from all of you is a couple things. One, what are your constitution modifiers?
0.
+1.
I'm trying to see. Plus.
It should just be up to the pluses. So to say +0, +1, +2.
0 and 4.
+2.
All right, Lucy, 0. Quincy,
0.
0. Kat,
+1.
+1. And AB,
+2.
+2. So the amount of cakes or food that you can ingest equals to 3 plus your constitution modifier. That's about the limit of how many cakes and large plates of food you can eat before you start to feel like your stomach is going to burst. So for Lucy, it's 3. Quincy, it's 3. For Kat, it's 4. And for Ebby, it's 6. After you've eaten that amount that makes your stomach feel like you're going to burst, you can continue eating. After which you will be rolling a Constitution saving throw. If you fail said throw, things are going to happen. And we'll see who is the last person standing at the end of this eating contest.
Does strength come into play?
Just Constitution, my friend.
While we're eating, can I kind
You
of
can forcefully put the food down your throat, but it's going to be your body that's doing the work here.
Bird power.
can I wave over the halfling lady like while we're eating and ask her, but like, is there a prize for this?
Oh, yes, of course there is.
What's the prize?
More food.
The prize? The prize is a potion of invisibility.
Keep him coming, lady.
Just digs in. Just.
Okay, so as you all start to dig in, as you all start to dig in, one cake done, and they start to piling these up as your plate kind of gets more empty. You're about 3 deep. Lucy, you just kind of gulp. Kind of like Homer Simpson who was trying to eat that T-bone steak. He's like, it's so much meat. There's all this food, but I don't want to eat it.
Lucifer slowly starts to get the meat sweats.
Yeah.
Just rub it on the wall.
So at this point, about Quincy and Lucy, you've gotten 3 huge mounds of cake and meat in your system, but you are starting to feel like your stomach is going to burst. But that potion of invisibility, the hijinks, the things you could get up to with something like that in your arsenal, you gotta push forward.
Can I make a perception check to see kind of like around us, like the other people? Obviously, I don't know if I can beat 6 with Ebby. But like, I want to see like if I can, what the competition is doing.
Okay, make a perception check. As everyone just scarfing everything down, you're hearing just like a smattering array of smacked lips and tongues swooshing against cakes and other various baked goods.
Is mine 6 bowls or 6 small comments?
There's six small bowls that kind of equate to like what a full cake would be.
So does my milk count as 1?
The milk is more just for you to kind of help you like wash things down. It won't really count against it.
All right, I have a 14 in perception as I'm kind of eating and looking around.
What was the perception?
14.
14. Okay, so as you kind of look around, like looking around, there's some people that have only gotten in one and going like coughing and like eating it too fast was too much for them. There's even people starting to bow out like right away, like their herd is thinning out at this point. You're about 3 or 4 cakes deep. You see some people like struggling, like breathing heavy. Some people, there's a much more plump-looking human fellow who just got like this kind of frayed white hemp shirt on with like large trousers that kind of resemble sweatpants, sandals on, beads are around 2 of his wrists with like hair that's kind of shaved off to one side and kind of leans over to the other. Huge rosy cheeks, no chin or neck to speak of whatsoever. But his legs are fairly thin, and his arms are fairly thin, but he just has this nice kind of like plump little rump roast of a stomach, and he's just just chowing down and just like very happy and just like looking at everyone. He's like, how you doing? Looks like they might have been here a couple times.
He's clearly not slowing down for any time soon.
How far away is that person?
They're like at the other end. There's like, there's 3 sort of groupings of tables.
Okay.
Like you're in the first group, second group, third group. There's a long table here, 2, 3, 4. So you're at.
Could Moss make a sleight of hand to put one of the cakes on Quincy or Lucifer's plate as though she ate another cake to like back up her plate.
Oh, so we want to cheat, do we? Okay. So you see the halflings kind of walking down the aisles of the table, like looking over. You could, in fact, try to slip past Quincy and the Witchlight hands.
We just have to use the competition. Guys, this is playful banter, playful.
I have a question about that.
Mm-hmm.
Would one of the stakes be one of my points? If I could help Lucifer out.
One of your points. So if you ate their steak, does that account to your amount that's eaten?
Like just one of my points would be one of his steaks, like if to help him out if it came to
You're
it.
gonna touch my food.
Don't touch my
it's like the
Instead
amount
of it's yours in the first place.
Pile up. Like empty plates pile up are your points.
I'm just wondering if I could help if I felt like it.
Yeah, I mean, I am always gonna say some of the most glorious words that D&D has to offer. You can certainly try.
Ah,
I'll go back to eating my mini cupcakes.
Okay, I see the gentleman over there having a grand old time. I want to prestidigitation, kind of the area that he's eating, and presti an odd odor as he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like just not a disgusting, just nasty odor, but it's off. It's what he's eating. If he's eating something sweet, it's something that's like maybe like mustard and onion and kind of like a horseradish mixture into it. So something that like is what he's perceiving is not what he's tasting or what he's smelling. So it confuses it. I don't want to press that into him.
Could Lucifer also use thaumaturgy to make the ground rumble around him to make him even more uncomfortable?
nauseous, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay,
With this
so
noise?
if this is what you would like to do, I will have both of you roll sleight of hand checks, and we will see if the many halflings that are walking around the tables spot you.
How's your milk?
As Nicholas Midnight did say, if you're caught cheating or causing any trouble, you could get kicked out. So, Quincy, what'd you roll?
That's a 16 with a 0 add-on, so it's just 16.
Okay.
12.
Lucy, 12. Let's see here.
How's your milk?
It's gone. Can I have some more?
I don't supply milk. I'm sorry.
Oh, I should.
So there are two halflings kind of walking sort of in conjunction down each aisle. As you're kind of, you and Lucy and Quincy, as you're kind of scarfing things down, Quincy kind of look around the table. You start to see the herd kind of thinning out. People starting to leave, like not feeling good, stomachs rumbling. You kind of look over at the far end of the table and see this one plump man just happy, just eating, not being phased at all. You're about 4 cakes deep now, and you just kind of nudge Lucy. You're like, give him this little look that you two kind of know as a shorthand, like, let's fuck up that guy's shit. And as you're kind of, you kind of just try to do this like sneezing thing where you sneeze, cough, and like throw out the prestidigitation. And Lucy, you're like, oh, sorry, let me help you with that. And kind of smack the back of Quincy's back, and then you kind of stop on the ground as this rumble starts to take hold below you. Heads up for all of you as well. I should have mentioned this sidebar. You each have an inspiration die from the chat, which allows you to roll a d4 and add that to any results, ability check, or saving throw that you make. We have channel points in the chat for people to use for these kinds of things. So if you, Quincy and Jennings, would like to roll that inspiration against this check, I will allow that because I forgot to mention that.
Absolutely, let's do it.
So it's a D4, or you can hold on to it for a different moment if you like.
I'm just gonna calmly keep doing my cupcake bowl.
It's a +2, so that is an 18. 18 total for me.
Okay.
It's a +4.
So yours was 12, I believe?
It was 12, so it's 16.
Oh, God damn it. Okay. As you go, achoo! Kind of burst out the presentation. Jennings, you pat Quincy on the back and kind of, it looked like you're coughing there.
No.
Back on the ground, kind of make a rumbling with your feet. One of the Witchlight hands sees you, kind of like going about doing this, and they kind of like look at you like, wait a minute, like something looks off, and they start like waddling over to your direction. But because both of you rolling the goddamn inspiration,
Inspiration.
I rolled really high on the perception checks. And the female halfling, the one with the lute in the back and the dark brown and green attire, just kind of sees what you're doing and then looks at the halfling starting to come towards you. And you just see her kind of hurriedly rush over and be like, hey, so I was just saying, like, so I think these people over here, they might need some more milk, and kind of like curves over the halfling to get them out of going in your direction and is summoning this halfling that she needs assistance with. It kind of points over there, and then kind of you can see the halfling kind of looking over your direction as he's checking up on you and your situation. But the plump man over at the end, you can see him be like,
Rumble, 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 rumble.
What? What is it? And you see him like start to spit out the cakes and stuff. What was in this thing? Was that horse manure I got? This is horrible. You just see him just kind of like retching. Like, I've been coming to this carnival for 10 years and oh God, I need to leave. He just gets up out from his chair, can't stand it anymore, and leaves. So it looks like you took out the champion.
Lucifer's shoulder bumps Quincy a little bit.
Sorry, I should say 30 years. The carnival comes once every 8 years. That makes sense. So you see the big man kind of take off and is just like retching and starting to like dry heave as they leave. More people are starting to leave. Now, as we get to this hard-earned part, we're going to start rolling some con saves. So for Jennings and Quincy, you have reached your limit. So you will both have to roll a Constitution save per cake meat that's ingested to see who is the last person standing. Kat and Shane, Kat with the 4, the +1. So +1 and the 2. So you've got one more sort of freebie, and Shane, you've got 2 freebies. So first we'll roll for Jennings and Quincy. Roll me Constitution saving throws, please.
I'm having an issue. Is everything okay?
That's a natural 20.
I know why they're struggling.
Just
Constitution saving throw +2, so I've got a 13.
A 13. So as your bellies are feeling full and starting to go against the belts in your pants, you're like, I want that potion. Just forcibly go through. Water is being given, washing it down, pushing through. So that is the freebie taken for Kat. So on this next round, after this next round, you will have to roll. Shane, you're still good. So for the round 2 of the fat belly syndrome, I will call it, the stomach bursting on your inlining, let us roll another one for Jennings and Quincy. You're now on cake 10.
That's my potion.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
That's a 9.
That's a 9.
9, okay.
Also a 9.
So 9 for both of you. You both take...
We take damage.
Quincy, you take 8 points of custard damage.
Ah!
And Lucifer, you take 5 points of custard damage.
That was almost half my life.
So as you take that forceful final bite, your stomach starts to rumble and you're like, your bile starts to boil and you're not feeling good. This is just, your stomach can barely take anymore, but you take a second to kind of swallow, take a deep breath. The heavy meat sweats are starting to take you over as well, Lucy, starting to drip down your temple. You look down, more people are starting to leave. It's down to the 4 of you and about 8 or so left behind.
8 more people. Okay.
I didn't even mean to. I think this milk is helping.
Do the 2 of you want to continue?
Must be nice on a liquid diet.
Abby, how do you do this?
I put it in my mouth.
I hate you. Ebby friend. If you win this.
Being one of the larger friends in this group, where does it go?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're like
In my body?
9.
Do you really want the potion?
Wait, we're playing for something?
No. Look, so the thing is, it's like if whoever eats the most gets a potion, but like you don't need. I'll hold it for you. I'll keep it in a waffle. It's fine. Is that okay?
What kind of potion it is, or do we not know?
Because you're gonna win. Just it's a boring potion. It's boring. It's a boring potion. Just, Abby, you're gonna win this. I believe in you. You're great.
Princey, you said it's a boring potion?
We're in
It's
a
a very boring.
competition.
It's a very boring potion, Lucy. It's a very boring potion. It's a very boring potion.
Lucy was like, just think, what message is...
So,
Sure.
so you're telling me we're in a competition?
Lucy
Yes.
just steps out of the competition, starts to stretch.
I thought we were just eating.
So okay. Okay. So
Sure.
the halfling woman.
You see Abby just effortlessly like eating all this feed, these like little mini cake balls. And for a bird, chewing is not a thing. You just see Abby just yeah. Just
Candy's
swallowing,
represent this right now.
barely even chewing anything that Abby is eating, and it's like nothing. It's like sweat off a duck's back.
I don't know.
Are we judging this competition by weight of food? Because I feel like a feed would not match up to a steak.
I think it's number of
You
plates.
can hold my bowl if you want.
Well, you're not eating the bowl, Abby.
I'm gonna try one more time because I really want that.
So Quincy's going to continue on. Jennings, are you continuing on as well?
Lucifer's already stood up to start stretching. He's like, you know what? It was an invisibility potion. I like conflict anyways. I'm not going to run from it, so it's not worth.
All right,
well,
so
not worth the
continuing
pain.
on. Kat, as you start to fill your belly with the cake, you are finally starting to feel the bottom of your stomach starting to press against the belt in your pants. You're starting to
Just
feel
moving around in
greasy.
her body.
Your visions get a little blurry. Do you want to continue on?
She wants a cat nap.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Where's Fluffy? She looks for her yarn ball. Where's
Check under your boobie wings.
Oh, thank you, Abby. Thank you. That's what's playing. She's like, no, I can do it. I can do it.
Okay.
I go one more round. Thank you, Abby.
Okay. So, Shane, Abby, you have another freebie as the last of your con saves there. So for the three of you, roll me Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh my gosh. Okay, please. All things holy and good.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on that.
Lucifer
Okay.
half-heartedly says, "You guys got this. I believe in
14.
you."
That is. No, I'm not gonna waste my inspiration on that. That's an 8 total.
8 for the con save.
Yep.
Okay. Jennings.
Jennings is no longer eating. Does he need to roll still?
Oh, you stopped? You gave up?
Jennings stood up and started. Lucifer stood up and started stretching. He's like, nope.
Oh, I thought you were like
I would
stretching
take
to
conflict
continue.
on head on.
But
I
you're
will
like,
not hide away.
you
from it.
push your plate forward. The like 12th rack of a T-bone like over to the side. Can't possibly take another bite. You start doing stretches and lunges, letting the food go through you. Kat, what'd you get?
With inspiration, Moss got 14.
14. Quincy.
Please.
Quincy, you're gonna take 6 points of custard damage.
Custard damage.
And with that, Quincy's gonna just like collapse. Is he gonna?
Oh. You good? You good? He breathing?
I'm just like, Every, give me that potion.
You see Quincy's head just fall into the cakes.
Oh my goodness.
Stacked up in front of them, just barely able to move, just heavy breaths coming out through the face.
Moss
no.
adjusts his head so that it's sideways, so he's not breathing into the custard.
Lucifer leans over, picks him up in a cradle, and says, "Come on, buddy, let's go for a walk."
As you start to pick up Quincy off the table, there's like a sludge of baked goods on the face. The two of the halfling helpers rock up with, fake fairy wings on their back. We got another person knocked out! Quick, run over here! Rush over to you. It's all right, friend. We'll take care of him. Stat! Bring him down here!
Lucifer begrudgingly says, okay, Quincy, shout if you need me.
Bye, Lucy.
You see two halflings carrying this half elf, two by the shoulders, two by the ankles. These two little short, stout people just start waddling him over to a makeshift medical tent in the far corner. We see like a sort of a pile of bodies just all with stomach aches and like little bits of bile and puke off to the side where they carry him.
No.
But Kat, you are still able to wash down your food. Seems like the milk has kind of helped you to kind of lubricate and get all of the cupcakes down. But now, Ebby, oh, sorry, Moss. My bad. I was calling you Kat because I think your last character was called Kat, Katarina. And I was like, a tabaxi named Kat. That's fucking hilarious. Moss. Sorry, my bad. So Moss, you're able to kind of get that food down. You're able to still press through. Do you want to continue?
Moss looks to Ebby, and she's just like...
It is now the two of you and one other person.
She, in her mind, she doesn't say this out loud. In the wild, I eat people like you. I keep going.
Well,
Okay.
I don't eat you.
Ebby, you've had 2 saves, correct?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, so at this point, finally, like you start to see like Goku style like ramen bowls just packed up like in towers
Already Goku.
next to Ebby.
That sounds so good.
Let's go.
Unimaginable how much food Ebby has just eaten in this time. But now, Ebby, you are starting to finally feel your stomach kind of press out, the pants getting a bit tighter, you're breathing a bit heavier. You're just like, I think I'm getting full now.
I feel a slight bit of discomfort.
And with that, we'll have the two of you roll Constitution saving throws, please.
I love Evie so much.
Without the thing, it's a 9, but I'm using the thing.
So if you want to use your inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll the d4.
Chat. Lucifer is over flirting and chatting with the ladies who deal with the meat.
1. I got 10.
10, okay. And Moss?
Moss got an 8, and she's not using her inspiration this time. She got 3rd place. She's happy with that.
So Ebby, as you kind of are like, Moss, you're like struggling. This is insanely hard for you right now. And just kind of every once in a while, just look over at Ebby, and you see Ebby kind of like slowed, like for the first time, this whole thing is like a drinking bird, just going like, yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, they get up and are like,
Something's not wrong.
just like a tiny little burp just comes out of their beak. And they're like, hi, good. You did just barely pass your con save. You do not take any custard damage, but Moss, you will take the full weight of 8 points of custard damage as your stomach starts to churn and feel nauseous, like rising up in an elevator. You kind of start to dry heave a little bit. Sharp pains start poking in through your abdomen and your chest area. Do you want to continue?
Lucifer looks over from the mead table, say, Moss, you okay?
No, Fluffy and I are gonna join you. Where's Quincy? Ebby, you win.
Quincy moaning over
okay, I'm
from the
away.
ICU.
What did
It
I
is
win?
now
Four-legged
down
claws.
to Ebby and one other person in a far off table, kind of in like the farthest angular direction that you can see. It looks like a half orc. Huge,
Oh my gosh.
muscly, Schwarzenegger looking with like a top knot and like one tusk up, one tusk down going through their bottom lip. Dark leather shirt with multiple ropes and strings at the front of it, brown pants, high-waisted boots, or high-kneed boots, sleeves,
You got this, Ebby.
really dark skin. You just see them with tons of bulls around them, and at some point, you just see this hulking, gnarled face just perk up.
Lucifer wobbles back to the table with 2 mugs of mead, places one down in front of Ebby, leans down, looking straight at the big man, and whispers in Ebby's ear, "Give him hell, mate."
All
I
right.
can't give him anything. He's on the other side of the room.
All right, Abby. Since you're pressing on, make me another Constitution saving throw.
3, 5.
5. Abby, you are gonna take 5 points of custard damage. As you look over to the half orc shoveling in these last bits of food, you see him also.
You got it, Abby!
It looks like they are just about to reach their limit. Do you want to continue?
Pain is just a construct, Ebby.
Do I have to mark these 5 points somewhere?
Yes, you mark them off your HP.
So damage.
Yep. So 5 points of custard damage.
Okay.
All right. Pressing forward.
Oh.
Oh, of course.
All right. Roll me another Constitution saving throw as you start to see the very elegant sort of nature of the peacock Aarakocra in front of you with this beautiful coloration of blue feathers, their stomach just starting to protrude off of their pants. You just see it kind of this feathered belly starting to like bellow up, much like how bird stomachs can get, just swell up to like 3 times its size.
Oh.
What was your roll?
A nat 20.
And the half orc rolled. The half orc trying his best to keep up with you, but then you kind of hit your stride. Those words from Lucy kind of give you a little bit of much needed inspiration to kind of power through.
Give him hell.
Explain how to give him things.
It's metaphorical. Just keep going. I love you, little tiny bad brain.
As you start to just go into a rapid sort of pecking mode, cleaning off your plates one by one, your wings outfurled. Half orc across the table just looks up and sees that you've accelerated your speed somehow throughout all of this. It just looks up and goes, "Why?" and keeps off the plate. As Abby has won the food eating contest.
I needed to do it.
Let's
Lucifer gives
go.
maybe a little bit too powerful of a pat on the back to Ebby.
And as Quincy, as you're kind of like being carried out by under your armpits by the 2 halflings who have revived you, everyone who has lost hit points, the halflings saw that you were in a rough state, took you over to the medical tent nearby, healed you up, got the food out of you by magical means, and you are all healed to full once again.
Wait, all the food was pumped out of us, so we're hungry again?
Oh, there's more steak.
The food is not necessarily like out of you. You've just been kind of magically burped, like someone like patting you on the back to make you feel more comfortable, not sick.
Completely re-energized.
Yes, exactly. And then Ebby, as you stand there with your with the victory in hand, that female halfling with the lute behind her kind of comes up with this very nice sort of silvery dark blue potion that kind of looks like the viscous of mercury, kind of the texture of mercury, where kind of like lick and swirls around with glitter inside of it. There you go, friend. Enjoy.
Me? For me?
You earned this one, my friend. I've never seen Aarakocra put down so much food in my entire lifespan.
Oh, it was good. Thank you. What is it?
You're very welcome, friend.
He's so good with his words.
What is it?
What is it?
What is it?
It's a potion of invisibility, my friend. Never seen one before?
I didn't know we were playing a game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. This whole thing is a competition. It's part of the fair.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you, sir.
Very modest. And, by the way, my feathered friend, and kind of gets you, kind of signals you to kind of lean down. You're welcome for the tickets.
He's a friend.
Oh.
Thank you so much. You're amazing. What's your name?
My name, you can simply call me Tumblestrum.
You said simply.
Humblestrum. It's
You're really nice. How did you know we were coming?
Let's just say you're exactly where you ought to be.
Cheerio. I don't know if I like that.
Bye,
And
Tumble.
just kind of wanders off, lute in hand, starts playing a tune as she leaves the feasting orchard and goes down into the carnival.
How close is Quincy to me?
You're now all gathered back at the table. The orchard is pretty much emptied out at this point. They're kind of waiting for the next round of food to be made as you all come back to the medical tents. Ebby, your hit points as well are all healed up.
Oh, cool. So
I'm kinda trying to recover.
Quincy
Oh,
is
okay.
like in arm's reach of me or no?
Yep, you're now all back gathered around the long table, sitting next to each other.
I'm gonna hand the potion to Quincy.
Oh,
Lucifer has brought over meat for everyone.
thank you. I'll take the potion. I'll put it in waffles.
Yeah, I didn't know what this was about. It was just delicious.
You're amazing. You're amazing.
So now that we're done with the feast, can we go to the Dragonfly ride? It's right to the left of us.
Is it
Yes.
a spinny ride?
Don't know.
All I know is that it involves dragons and flying.
Lucifer suggests
Dragonflies.
no carousels, please.
All right. I'll follow the Aarakocra one.
What about the gondola swans?
The gondola swans.
Wherever Abby goes, I'll follow. He can choose this time. I don't
I
care.
really want to see what a dragonfly is.
All right.
Okay, let's go to the dragonflies.
Follow the
Dragonfly.
dragonflies, then go to the gondolas.
Yes!
Yes. Sounds like a plan.
What is a la?
Fantastic.
I know what a gon is, but what is a la?
Oh no. You sweet bed.
I don't even know what a gond is. What's that?
Oh my goodness.
It's when they vanish.
Quincy, you're
Whoa.
aware of these things, correct?
We'll tell you when you're older.
Thank you so much, Quincy, for being on the same page. Let me you two sweet.
I hope you enjoyed
Okay.
the potion.
Thank you.
So going towards the Dragonfly rides, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you sort of make your way out of the feasting orchards and start to walk down towards where the Dragonfly rides are, you notice something very interesting. I'll have you all roll perception checks again, please.
I got an 18.
Nice.
I got
17.
15.
17, 15,
18.
18.
Wait.
Wait. 10. 10. Okay. Little more enveloped with Ebby's strange, curious behavior. The three of you start to notice kind of walking sort of as you're getting the feasting orchard and walking down towards the Dragonfly rides. Kind of a few feet in front of you, you see this 12-foot tall walking tree garlanded in golden ribbons marching down the Pharaoh Fair towards the Dragonfly rides.
Hello, Groot.
Emerald clouds swirl above the tree and rain down golden spinning sycamore seeds. Fairgoers try to catch the seeds before they hit the ground as the seeds gently fall, as little kids and various fairgoers are kind of like rushing to catch them before they fall. You see a chatty squirrel scampering along the boughs of the tree, handling dandelions to select passerby. So you see a few people like trying to catch the saplings before they fall, the sycamore seeds, and then this tiny little red squirrel be like, here you go. Hey, thanks for coming to the fair. There you go. Hey, over here. Yeah. You want a dandelion? No, there you go. It's just a small little rodent that has this deep rumbling voice, kind of like Danny DeVito-esque. Just with small little hands just passing out dandelions. As you see the crowds like rushing over to the seeds, Did you want to try to catch one yourselves?
Yes.
Or do you want to grab a dandelion from the squirrel, or do you want to just go direct to the dragonfly round?
Moss is pushing over children trying to catch the seed.
And I have an uncontrollable urge to just lunge at a seed.
Lucifer at first scoffs and says, "What a silly game they're playing. I would never." I think it was sprinting in to catches me.
All right, Quincy.
I want a dandelion.
Okay, so for those trying to catch seeds, you're trying to catch them before they fall on the ground. Kind of a fresh patch just falls off from the top of the tree and start to fall down. You will, the three of you, make me dexterity checks, please. So just roll the d20 and tell me your plus your dexterity modifier.
I had an 18, but it rolled a 4, so
Dex.
Mine's an 11.
18.
All right, so we got 11,
I push a lot of kids, but don't catch a lot of seeds.
11, 18, and 6 for Abby. Okay, so oh my God. So as you see the seeds falling and people rushing to grab them, you're like, that's for children, whatever. You just rush forward. Moss, you kind of jump a bit ahead of Abby and just start elbowing the kids as they fall down to the sides. And Abby, as you're trying to run like with Moss, the kids fall in front of you and you fall down on your face and you trip over the toddlers that you just elbowed out of the way. Lucy, you're able to just freakishly fast like the Flash, just in an instant, this sort of red trace trails behind you as you just lunge forward.
Smiling.
The two of you are able to grab your seeds, and I will have you both roll a d8, please.
Oh,
So I did catch something.
I know which
You
one
did.
this is.
Moth and Lucifer both caught one.
My
and
defense
I'm
wasn't
dying
in
under
vain.
children.
7.
7, okay.
3.
3. So for
Together
Lucy,
it's 10.
so Lucy and Moth, as you able to catch one before the rest of them fall, gotta tighten your hands. You kind of look inside. So for Lucy, for a 3, you kind of just open it and it's just the seed. Like nothing comes out of it, doesn't sprout from it.
Lucy, what'd you get?
But the moment you look at it, you just start to kind of giggle a little bit as you just start to look around you and just find everything pretty goddamn hilarious. Just everything. Someone says like a quip, could be a joke like, you know, why did the skeleton walk across the road? Because it didn't have the guts. Ah! You think it's like the funniest joke ever. Your personality trait until dawn is that you are easily amused. Any other conflicting character trait is suppressed in the meantime. So if you were like a grumpy dude who's like, I don't find anything funny.
Sassy.
Until the dawn, you think you are just easily amused by most things.
Fantastic.
Boss sees this and she's like, looks at her hand, her paws. I don't know if I want to open this.
You hold the seed in your hand, Moss. You suddenly feel a tiny weight in the middle of your hand. Not a heavy weight, just a little bit of a weight.
Light. I'm kidding. I wasn't expecting that.
As you open up your hand, a shining gold piece inside your hand from where the seed was.
I put it in my boobie wings.
In the Boobie wing.
Just save that for later.
And Quincy, as you kind of run ahead to the squirrel, you say, hey, thanks for coming to the fair. Hey, thanks for coming to the fair. Thanks for coming to the fair. Handing out all these dandelions, you kind of kneel down, ask the squirrel for one.
Can I have a dandelion, please?
Oh, yeah, sure, friend. All are welcome here at the Witchlight Carnival. There you go. Hands you a dandelion. Make sure you make the wish before you blow that, okay?
What kind of wish?
That seems important.
Any wish you want, friend. It's your wish. I ain't gonna tell you what to do with it. And you see the squirrel just scamper past you towards Ebby.
Lucifer, giggling, says, "That sounds kind of nice. Can I have one of those little flower things?"
As the squirrel kind of skids across the grass. Oh, did I miss you, friend? Ah, sorry, Dad. Here, come here. Runs over to you and clamps up onto your leg, climbs up your thigh, up your shirt, past your chest, onto your shoulder. Here you go, friend. I got 1,000,000 of them.
1,000,000's impossible, but thank you.
You'd be surprised. Demi-planes are quite a fucking great thing. And then just goes down your shoulder. Make sure you say a wish before you blow it. Okay. Crawls down your shoulder onto the ground towards Ebby. Now for Ebby,
God.
as you're face planted in the ground, your beak sort of dug into the grass as you kind of lift your head up, and a big clot of dirt and grass is on your beak. Wipe it off with your wing. You see this little red furred squirrel. Tough luck there, pal. I've been there before. Want a dandelion? There you go. Just hands you a little paw.
Lucifer's just laying on the ground, staring up at his dandelion, staring at the sun through his dandelion, just giggling, just thinking about what he wants to wish for.
My wings are trapped right now. I can't do anything.
So for the rest of you, if you're going to say a wish before blowing the dandelion, do not say it out loud. Think it, write it down, and send it to me. Don't tell your party members. Don't say it on stream. If you're gonna make a wish before blowing it, write it down.
Do we have a time limit?
No.
Okay, I'm not making a wish yet. Okay. I'm just going to stick it in my pocket whenever I get it.
You just have a dandelion kind of perched into your beak.
Yeah.
As the red squirrel gives it to you and starts to trot back to the sapling, who's now made their way over to the dragonfly.
Are there still wounded children laying on me?
You kind of fell over top of them, and a couple of them were my booby wing. The kids are kind of looking for their parents. They're oh, I didn't get anything.
Moss overhears this and feels really bad, so she takes the gold coin that she got and she gives it to the child that's crying. Here you go. I'm sorry. I got really excited because I like tasting things, and she fidgets with her fluffy toy, and then she walks away.
You give the gold piece to the little boy. The little girl kind of starting to get up from the ground as well. You kind of say that to the little boy, hand him the gold piece, and just bring out your yarn. Start to play with it as you walk towards the Dragonfly ride. Behind you, you just hear, "Oh, what? You got a gold piece? Give me that." "No, it's mine." "No. These two toddlers just start wrestling over the gold coin and just falling down and rumbling all over. Abby, you kind of get up and see this happen.
Oh. Okay.
Just step over the kids who are fighting and make your way over to your party.
You seem to have fallen. Goodbye.
I have sent you my wish.
Okay. Quincy as well.
I will send it to you.
All right. You don't have to do. You don't do it just now. We can deal with that.
I got you. Quincy's kind of just looking at the dandelion, and suddenly he becomes instantly very sober seeing the dandelion, kind of just understanding and the potential of what it could possibly be. Just kind of takes a moment, and then just kind of looks around, kind of takes the entire scenario, and then blows on it.
Should I mention about the Aarakocra's trait about ownership, or no?
Do you want to say this to the party in the game, or?
Yeah. Just for the party members, is that my race does not understand ownership of anything. It's like, why can someone own the sky if something's there? It's just like, that's just that. So these things, when it comes to the potion, they don't understand owning things. It's just, oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lucifer, while looking at the sun through his dandelion, thinks of his wish and just like,
Moss gets wild kitten energy with all of like the flowing dandelion seeds again, and she starts like getting to a frenzy of wanting to catch them. Does nothing, but she wants to catch them again.
Okay. So you're trying to catch another seed?
No, I just want to play with the dandelion seeds that they like when they blew their wish and how it like
Oh, I
disperses.
see. And it floated around.
He just got wild kitten energy and just started
I really
batting at
want
them.
to
Yep.
Can Abby still see the seeds falling?
That sort of first sprout as kind of they've all fallen down now, and the sapling has walked towards the dragonfly ride, so there are no more seeds to catch. But Quincy, as you made that blow on the dandelion, Lucifer, you did as well.
yep.
Just like being on MDMA.
Oh no!
So both of you blow on your dandelions, and it's the minute those little fluff balls fly and float into the air, this warm, tingly sensation kind of envelops you, starting off from your chest and kind of going down from your shoulders, down your legs to your feet, up your neck to your brain. It's just like God is tickling you from the inside for a quick second and then goes away. Very strange. And then Moss is dead. Moss died
I got too
disappeared.
hyper and just fell over.
That's okay. Jordy Rose will have to reconfigure the screens there, but that's all good. Okay, so after that, blowing on those dandelions, Lucy as well, when you blow on yours, even though you find everything extremely amusing right now, for some reason, seeing these little fluff balls float in the air, you just think it's hilarious. You're just like, oh, look at them fly. These flowers are so crazy. But you also feel that tingling, warm sensation kind of go through your body and through your arms and legs and up your neck. It feels really good.
It's quite
But
nice.
eventually, with Abby catching up, Moss feverishly whipping around the little ball of yarn, you make your way towards the Dragonfly rides. And as you enter into this area, you see huge lily pads that rest on the surface of a pool, glistening with phosphorescent algae. Giant dragonflies use the lily pads as landing platforms, buzzing loudly overhead with wings as brilliant as stained glass windows, and alighting briefly to drop off and pick up excited passengers. Near the entrance that you're at, a small smiling tree, the one where the seeds were coming from, turns your way, beckons you over, with the little red squirrel clings to their leafy canopy, peering at you, and the tree's just like, well, hello there, friends. How are you doing? You're here to come along the Dragonfly ride?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh. What?
What do we do here?
Well, it's pretty simple. You ride the Dragonfly around the carnival, and you look up, and you see the Dragonflies are kind of off in the distance doing a kind of figure 8 rotation around the entire carnival. Think of it just like a little bit of a fun monorail that gets to give you a bit of a tour of the carnival above your head.
This could actually be very handy.
Do you need my ticket?
Here's my ticket.
Do you need
Yes,
my No,
yes,
me first.
one.
No.
My ticket.
No,
My ticket.
how many people can be on one dragonfly?
Everyone, calm down. We'll be able to get your tickets. Don't worry.
Take mine first.
Here. He puts out both of his branch-like arms. He takes yours both at the same time. Oh.
I don't know what a laser pointer is. I'm gonna find one. I'm gonna use it against you.
Looks at both of your
I'm
tickets.
gonna win the
that
next potion.
looks at both your tickets that the sapling is holding. Doesn't know how to punch them because he's holding 2 tickets and goes, Red, help me out here. Sure thing, Northwind, no problem. With that goddamn hole punch thing. See a tiny little squirrel reach up for this giant metal hole puncher and just lifting it up, kind of crawling over the base. God. It's too hard, Northwind. Fuck it. And just throws the hole punch like over the side and just punches a hole in each ticket. There you go, friends.
I go first. I'll go
I
first.
have a ticket as well.
No problem. Just like rips like a teared hole off the side with Lucy going in as well.
Yep.
You look over at this red squirrel using its teeth to punch holes in the ticket, and you are just beside yourself. You think that's the funniest, weirdest, cutest thing that's ever happened in your entire life.
No, I'll go too.
All right. Red the squirrel punches a hole in your ticket.
So quick.
And you see like a few of the dragonflies starting to make their way down as a few of the carnival goers get out to make way for you to hop on.
First.
I'm going hopping right after Moss.
How many seats?
I sit right behind the wings, so I have like the frontmost view.
Okay.
Is there enough seats for like everyone to sit on there comfortably?
So you each get your own dragonfly.
Oh, okay.
This one's kind of like swaying, walking in like a funny little wave motion over to his. He's like, this is nice. And just kind of cuddles up on his dragonfly.
Abby walks over and like pets the wing, and like is really fascinated by it. And then I shall call you George. And then walks in and sits inside his.
Okay. So as you're all kind of getting onto your various dragonflies, sort of sitting on the nice little leather mount that's made, there's 4 of you kind of in a row. And then there's one more dragonfly behind you. It's kind of 5 lily pads in a row. There's kind of a steady stream of like 5 or 6 that are kind of floating around 20 feet high above the fair grounds. You also kind of fasten yourself in. There's kind of like makeshift leather straps and seat belts to make sure you're securely fastened into the dragonfly as Northwind kind of large lumbering tree sapling starts to like tie you in, make sure you're tight and secure, goes through each of you and starts to go over to the last dragonfly where a middle-aged dwarf is sitting on. This one, bright blue beard, various sort of bright brown and dark brown leather combinations. But as Northwind starts to walk over to this last dragonfly, you suddenly hear an alarm of sorts as the dragonfly suddenly just takes off with the dwarf tumbling backward before Northwood could grab them. And this middle-aged dwarf is hanging on to the mound. The dragonfly is just starting to take off. What would you all like to do?
Go after him.
Can Luce, how far away is he?
He's just started. It literally just went, just whizzed past back your heads, and it's just started to take off.
Can Lucifer try to use his rope from his backpack as a last sort of kind of grab his foot?
Sure. As you try to reach into your pack, oh shit, with your rope, make me a dexterity check really quick to see how fast you can be doing it. The rest of you, make me a perception check really quick.
Perception.
17.
17.
6.
17 on perception.
8.
I see nothing. I got 6.
Okay.
Moss is too distracted talking to her dragonfly about her own booby wings. Hey, see, look, mine look like yours. They have pretty rainbow color.
So Lucy, you're able to, you just see the dragonfly just rip off into the sky. Oh shit, you go into your side bag, rip out a rope. You're able to you're fastly able to kind of throw it at them in time before it gets too far, but I need you to make an attack roll to see if you land on the dragonfly.
Ooh, 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 ooh. 8. Do I need to add a +5 to it with my?
With your strength.
Okay.
Or
strength,
dexterity.
Strength.
So
okay,
D20
strength-
plus your either your strength modifier or your dexterity modifier.
Fantastic. My strength modifier is a +5. I got an 18. So 18 plus 5.
Perfect. So you're able to see you going. This dwarf hangs aside. Oh no! You go. Oh shit! Still laughing, giggling at the fact that the dragon did so fast. Like, oh god, this is so hilarious! I hope he's not hurt. Throw the rope and it grabs along the long, thin back body of the dragonfly, cinches on, holding it steady as it's just going from all directions. Moss playing with the yarn, barely noticing a thing. Ebby seeing this in front of you, seeing Lucy grab on like a lasso and holding on to the dragonfly with the dwarf just barely hanging on. But Quincy, instead of looking up, you look around vertically, horizontally, to see if anything caused this sudden burst of flight. And just at the corner of your eye, you see a kenku, a small black bird-like creature, a hood up, just looking back really quickly, smiling, taking off. And it's there, everybody. So we're going to take our first break. So
Oh, what a tease.
we're going to take our first break right there for a chance for all of us to stretch the legs, refill the drinks, all that stuff. And then we will come back to finish out the rest of this session. So thank you all so much for coming. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in like 5-10 minutes, everyone. Hang tight.
Chat, we got a snack. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Stick around.
And we're back. Hello, everybody. Thank you for sticking around while we refilled the drinks, stretch the legs right there. But we are going to hop right back into things.
Right back into it.
So currently,
Oh, yeah.
after the party went towards the Dragonfly rides, we're getting ready to hop up onto their Dragonflies. The fifth one in the row with a half dwarf on it suddenly kipped up and took off very suddenly. An alarm started to come out of the lily pad that it went off for. Lucifer, able to quickly act, took a rope out of the bag, lashed it around the dragonfly, and is currently holding it in place. As Quincy was able to kind of look around and noticed a small hooded Kenku blackbird running away very slyly. But with Lucy holding the dragonfly in place, what would you all like to do?
Moss, can you run up the rope and go get the little fella?
I can do you one better. Could I use a key point to use Step of the Wind, which doubles my jump distance to try and get the dwarf?
Sure. He's about like 15 feet off the ground right now.
Okay.
Go for it.
Is my walk where is my jumping height or?
So jumping it's a weird stat. If I remember correctly, you make an athletics check.
Okay.
And your jumping distance is something like it's equal to half your walking speed, I want to say, or something like that. I sussed this out before. Let me just quickly check.
You got this, Lucifer. Just hold on. I'm warming up my legs. Gotta stretch the hamstrings. That was tight. That was tight. Wait,
Is this Carnival ride?
I should have not taken it.
How tall is Moss?
She's 6 foot.
Important
6
to
feet.
know.
Okay. I found this fun little thing here.
A calculator.
A 5e jump calculator, amongst all things.
Okay.
Make me an athletics or acrobatics check.
I'm gonna do acrobatics.
And are you using Step of the Wind or?
Step of the Wind, correct. Using a key point. That's an 8.
8 total?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your strength score?
15.
15. Okay. And your athletics or your acrobatics was 8?
I rolled a 3, and it's my +5 modifier because I'm proficient in it.
Yeah, so with a running start, you can probably get like 30 feet horizontally. And it's your long jump. Your high jump's about 10 feet off the ground. But unfortunately, you try to kind of get off unfasten the leather straps off your dragon wing, your dragonfly, as Lucy is holding this dragonfly in place. Kind of fall.
These damn booby wings!
The booby wings are kind of constricting, and your yarn starts to roll forward off the ground. You're like, no, and you're just more concerned with that, and then you kind of bat it. You're like,
Fluffy.
So, Moss, what about the second option of running up the rope that I'm currently holding?
What would that
It's a
be?
direct line, quite literally.
I shall try that.
That was a great attempt of a jump, though.
I tried my best.
all right, you could climb it. Make an athletics check to gingerly climb the rope.
That's a nat 1.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Your cat claws are just filled with dirt from falling and scraping to catch your yarn. You kind of put your hands or claws along the rope, and it's just slipping with all the mud that's between your little cat toes. Like,
I bet you go up there.
Me? Why? Oh, they need help, don't they?
Quincy, are you a good climber, mate?
I can fly.
Hang on with that, and I'm gonna. I see the Kenku. I want to dart after the Kenku, and while I do it, I want to dig into Waffle and pull out some cogs and make cocoa.
Yay, Coco!
Okay, so you're going to attempt to chase after the Kenku.
I'm gonna attempt to chase and kind of prep Coco to get ready.
Okay.
Can Lucifer attempt to muster all of his weight and drag him in? Because I'm still tied to my dragonfly.
Of course you can.
Fantastic. Let me try to just, muscle that thing down.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be looking around, curious why this is happening.
We love Evie. We love Evie so much.
Make me a strength check as you start to. You're just looking around, trying to get help. Moss just his muddy, slippery hands, doesn't have the traction they need to climb up the rope. Quincy just kind of darts off to the side. You don't know why. They just unbuckle there from their dragonfly ride and just run off to the side. Abby is just like, oh, I can fly.
Can the dragonfly talk? Can I talk to the dragonfly?
Can certainly try. Lucy, what did you get
Hi there, Brett.
on the strength check?
A 3 + 3 modifier, so 6. So this dragonfly's not going anywhere right now.
You're trying to pull back, but the wings is just like flying in all directions. The dwarf, I'm slipping.
So I can just hold on.
Abby.
Yeah.
You want to talk to the dragonfly?
Yeah, it seems quiet.
I'm going to ask you to make me an animal handling check.
I get to do things?
As an animal, roll an animal check.
Where's my button?
It should be on your skills list, the long rectangular skills list. There should be one called animal handling at the top.
I just lost my character sheet, so that's what I'm trying to find. Oh, it's on a different tab. Okay.
How's Coco coming along, Quincy?
Sorry, I have to roll away?
Animal handling check.
You're doing great, Lucy.
Thanks.
I got 10.
10. Okay. So what do you want to attempt to say to the dragonfly?
Well, hi, friend. Sound angry.
Can Lucifer try to tie the rope off somewhere since he can't pull it in?
You can certainly try. Currently, you're kind of strapped into your dragonfly that's just kind of sitting there patiently on the lily pad. What do you want to tie it off to? There's kind of a makeshift little tiny dock next to where the lily pads are in the water. You could try to tie it to one of the...
Moss, come on, tie me for my dragonfly so I can tie this guy down.
I was gonna ask, can I give Lucifer the help action to help pull down on this dragonfly?
You want to give him advantage on the pull down? Yep. So as you kind of wipe the dirt from your hands and start to go along the rope, Lucy, make another strength check. Evie, as you just say, kind of in dragonfly, The dragonfly doesn't seem to respond. It's just like freaked out and is just still rushing about trying to get out of the way.
Okay, can I talk to the dragonfly I'm sitting on?
Yes. Roll me another animal handling check.
Okay.
I rolled a 14, so plus 3 is a 17.
With the help of Moss, you start to slowly bring down the dragonfly.
I got an 11. That's right, 15.
15. What do you want to say to the dragonfly you're sitting on?
I don't know. Friend?
So you say that in dragonfly. The dragonfly is just kind of calmly sitting there. Hey, guy.
What's going on? What's happening? I feel something's happening.
Some spooked our friend there.
Is there any way we can calm your friend down? Because it seems to be scared.
Yeah, he doesn't like very sharp, sudden things or people moving about too quickly. He gets very spooked very fast. Say nice, encouraging things to it. Try to calm it down. Impress him. Give him some good, make him feel good about himself. He likes that kind of thing.
Okay, so Abby looks up.
Oh, charm him. Moss fluffs up her booby wings. Charm?
Okay.
Moss is no longer helping me?
I still am.
So I was like, oh, okay. So he looks up, and I don't know if I have to do a roll for any of these, so just let me know. But I would like to just compliment this dragonfly's wings and how beautiful they are compared to my own, and how glistening and gorgeousness, and they can carry anything possible.
Okay. So you say that in dragonfly, compliment the dragon. Yeah, everyone else just sound like a car that's just but to you and the dragonfly, you're starting to speak in a language that only you can understand. You start to go on with the elegance of the wings, the way it shines and glistens as the sunlight hits the vein-like stained glass window patterns that are just pale in comparison to your fate, drubby, limp blue wings that you know are really special, but you're trying to make them feel good. Even as you say this, the dragonfly you're sitting on is like, well, hot damn. Well done, guy. That was some fancy words you got there. The dragonfly, calmly starts to finally land with the help of Lucy and Moss.
Well done.
Oh my
land
God.
on the ground, on the
My
water.
shoulders.
As Northwind starts to run up. Oh my goodness, that is terrible. Hold on. And pretty much he started saying that right when it started to lift off, and he's taking this whole time to get up.
Where was your tall, woody, lanky butt when we needed you?
This is how we say hello.
Hey friend, you try walking around where 2/3 of your body are your legs. It's hard to get up from the seated position. Lots of thigh power, which I don't have any muscles. So you'll have to excuse my lateness.
Moss looks around to try and find Quincy because she was too busy falling and getting her paws messy and fluffy, unraveling in her lap, having a little mental breakdown to know that Quincy's gone.
All right, so Quincy, you were running while also taking your leather satchel out and starting to construct your little metal bird friend.
Yep.
How long does that take to make?
An action, 6 seconds.
Okay, so you got it in 4 parts. You're
Yeah, essentially.
twisted
wings,
together.
Wings, head, body, tail.
Okay. So as you kind of run off towards the entrance that you came in, you saw the Kenku kind of dart off underneath kind of the gated barrier that separates it from the other parts of the carnival. You kind of rush out and suddenly get the bird fixed up, put the parts together, put it on your shoulder. As these metal shades just go down over your little bird friend. Looking for the Kenku, roll me an investigation check.
Abby starts talking to the dragonflies just to know about their day.
18.
18?
18. Investigation is a +5 for me. Yeah.
It's times like this I really wish I didn't roll a natural 20.
Oh Dang it.
Ooh.
Whew, that was high too. Any other circumstance probably would have seen. But you rush out to the entrance of the Dragonfly rides and just scan around. Nothing. Just nobody
gosh.
there. You just see heaps of groups of carnival goers, all shapes and sizes, just walking about again like midday at Disneyland. It's just a giant group of people to easily just run into and get lost in. Fortunately, do not see where the Kenku went.
All right. I'll look at
Quincy.
Coco and just kind of look around.
Quincy!
What? Yes. Oh. Oh, right.
Who's this little creature?
Oh, this is Coco. I made him a little bit ago. So
Oh,
he's my buddy.
okay.
Lucifer, rubbing his shoulders that are extremely sore right now, says, "Welcome back, Quincy. Coco, always a pleasure to see you, mate."
How did him do?
I saw something. I saw something that was interesting.
What did you see?
This wasn't an accident. Yeah. It looked like there was someone who did something. I lost him though. I couldn't quite see who it was.
Quincy, for you to say something's interesting means it must be pretty dang interesting.
It was interesting.
Takes a lot to interest you, my friend.
Does it?
So we don't know where this person went.
They went that way. The general direction I can say is that way. It's just there's just a lot of people.
What do they look like?
A Kenku?
Okay.
Bird. Yeah, bub.
Butter.
A little bit about birds. Abby,
Yeah,
you know a little bit about birds, right?
I think.
Do you know where kangaroos like to hide out?
Do I know where Genkus like to head out?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of like saying, like, where do humans like to hide out in? It's like there's not really a answer for that.
Well,
Kenku as a race are just like any other race, like Aarakocra, like Tiefling, that kind of thing. Could be hiding anywhere. I mean,
they
there's
don't
a
have, like, a
tolerant
big group.
statue.
So to answer your question, anywhere they want.
Fantastic.
But it sounds interesting. Maybe I could talk to the friend that took off and see what he thinks.
How's the
maybe the
dwarf?
flying dragonfly saw something.
So as you sort of realize, like, oh, the dwarf, you look behind you, and Northwind is just taking like a Karen-sized heaping of shade from this blue-bearded half-dwarf. He's like, why can't you just get a handle on your dragonflies? What kind of show are you running here? I could have
Wait.
broken my very fine neck. This is ridiculous. I'm getting out of here.
Can Lucifer? Oh, has he already left?
He's like starting to walk away from Northwind, and Northwind the whole time was like, but
Lucifer scurries
I know.
past Northwind and be like, "Don't worry, I've got this." I walk up to the blue-haired mate.
And then
just
I
like,
crawl over to the other guy.
"Are you all right, sir? I'm so sorry for that whole thing. Glad we got you down safely." Just start a conversation with him.
No problem. It's not your fault, friend. It's goddamn dragonflies. These animals need to be taken proper care of. They need more training. This is
I want to
ridiculous.
run up to her and be like, excuse me, sir. Sorry about that. I'm so glad you're safe. This might seem weird, but while that happens, I saw something on the ground that might have made it not an accident. I saw a Kenku. Do you know any Kenkus?
No, I don't know any Kenkus. Do I look like a person who takes care of birds?
I mean, I'm just
No, but do you know of anyone who maybe would want to do you any harm? Not to assume anything, but
Why? Do I look like someone who want to be harmed? I'm a very nice human being. No, I'm a dwarf, not a human being.
no, that's fair. Can I at least offer you a nice pint of mead before you go?
All right.
Fantastic. I walk him over to the mead section.
good thing Lucifer did that because Moss was gonna reach in for her gold coin, but then she realizes, oh, there's still the two kids fighting over there. She's like, I couldn't have offered him some meat anyway.
Lucifer
As
goes,
Lucy kind of takes the disgruntled dwarf over to a nearby mead table to calm them
Come on,
down. Abby, you said you wanted to do something?
Yeah, I want to go talk to the dragonfly that got scared again to see if they knew what startled them.
Okay. Walk over to the dragonfly that's now kind of put back to where their lily pad is. Make another animal handling check.
I love this music, by the way.
God damn it.
Oh!
A natural one.
Oh.
So it's 5, but yeah.
Fortunately, you go over to the other dragonfly who's just kind of a little bit of an anxiety panic attack going on. They're kind of huffing and puffing. They're just not in the mood to really talk or say anything. You can tell that they're a little put off from the sudden exhilaration of being spooked. Not in the mood to really say anything, unfortunately.
So the dragonfly was spooked. Was it harmed at all? Are we able to identify any scars of maybe possible weapons?
You're more than welcome to try.
In response to it, Abby thinks in a sarcastic tone in his mind is fantastic. And then he goes down and he like gently pets the
Would
side
that be a perception check?
of the
You just feel like this sort of dragonfly version of a purr as you're like petting its insectoid body, trying to calm it down. So you want to see, you're trying to figure out if there's any like markings or stab wounds or anything.
Yeah, because if the dwarf didn't hear or see anything, I can only assume that like the dragonfly was maybe even either threatened or poked with a knife or some sort of weapon.
So you go over, so having that thought, you kind of make your way over to the dragonfly. Make me a medicine check.
A medicine check.
Yeah, this will determine if you can able to identify or see any markings, stab wounds, that kind of thing.
Am I
That's
able
an 8.
am I able to join in with her on this because
You want to check as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to try to look for wounds as well, make a medicine check.
I got 15.
If
I just see a very colorful insectoid.
okay, so you're kind of going over to the dragonfly, and again, it's beautiful. Its coloration is very much mirrored by the wings that you're currently wearing on the Boobie wings. And you're kind of looking down with the insectoid body, and it's just very, very shiny and glistening with the sunlight. And we've never seen a dragonfly this big before, and you're kind of just finally able to focus. Like, oh, this is cool. And you're looking at the sort of scales on the dragonfly and kind of mirroring that iridescent look of like a rainbow of colors of green, yellow, blue, pinks, purples, that kind of thing. Kind of lost the detail of it very easily, yes. But Ebby, as you're kind of calming down the dragonfly, kind of petting the center of its back where the wings kind of sprout out from, your hand kind of glides down the thin abdomen part of the dragonfly, and you're kind of petting along the sides, and you kind of get to like the lower half where it starts to become kind of thin and cylinder-like, and your hand kind of just, you feel a bit of scale that's kind of turned up.
I don't know what check I do to like investigation. I don't know.
So you did a medicine check, so you can see that you feel that one of the scales is kind of pricked up, and then you kind of look under the scale, and you do see a sort of stab-like wound, like a small little puncture wound in between the scales.
Oh no, you have been hurted. That sounds like a fantastic story.
Can I
but
talk
don't
to
know what
Northwind?
Wait, sorry, what was that?
Can I go to Northwind?
Yeah, sure.
I want to ask him if he knows of any Kenku's work here.
Oh, for sure. So as you go over to Northwind, ask him that question, or do you want to phrase it a different way?
I'll be like, Northwind. Hello, mate.
Oh, yes.
Hello, sir.
Yo,
Quick question. Sorry about the whole thing. It's crazy, right?
That's all right.
Yeah, no, you're doing a great job, honestly, too. Real quick, I was just curious. You have a lot of different people and creatures that work here. Do you happen to know if there are any Kenkus about? I have a friend, and I was wondering if they, might know of them. I'm just assuming, but.
Kenku.
Small, kind of like bird-like, dark creatures.
That works in the Carnival?
Or hangs out here often? Says Lucifer, who's returned with another double fist of mead.
Possibly, yes. If you're familiar, if it rings a bell.
Well, the Witchlight Carnival gains all sorts of patrons and visitors, ranging the gambit of most races. But I don't recall any Kanku that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You were doing a great job. All right. Okay.
Do we see Red running around anywhere?
Red's just kind of around. Red the squirrel is just kind of jumping and frolicking around the base of Northwind.
Lucifer walks over and says, "Now, Red, you seem to be quite a attentive and quick-minded one. Have you seen a Kanku around since you've been speaking to almost everyone here?"
I can't say that I have. I mean, there's lots of people around. I think there might have been some bird people floating around, but like I haven't seen anyone particular.
Bird people. Abby, he doesn't mean it that way. Thank you.
I want to look over to Moss and be like, "Oh no,
Our table.
our dragonfly! Our
As
dragonfly
Northwind
is broken."
As Northwind is standing there, he's like, is there anything else I could help you with? Information about the carnival? Who, in fact, does work here? I'm happy to help.
Who's your chief of staff?
Oh.
I'd like to speak to your manager.
Not like that.
His like big, sort of thin, bark-like arms kind of reach up, and he starts doing this. He's like, I'm not really supposed to talk about this.
Oh, well, we don't want to get you in trouble. Then
But you know, go ahead.
But looks around slowly.
We won't tell it was from you.
The area seems to be kind of devoid of people after that dragonfly incident kind of scared people off a little bit. Well, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, they're the carnival owners currently. But they weren't the original owners, you know.
I'm not aware, actually.
And you know what? Like big tree body just like leans down. They're not even from the Feywild. But it matters not an inch. We're all one big happy family here.
This tea is piping hot. Oh my goodness.
Can we hear this right now, or are we too busy with our broken job?
Oh, that's right.
Depends. At this point, you could have walked back and kind of walked in on this conversation.
I can't leave a hurt insect.
Did you want to try to heal him?
Like with a spell?
So with healing, you could use a spell if you want, but also you could do a medicine check just to try to like stabilize someone, patch up a small wound, that kind of thing. So you don't use the spell slot.
I'll do that if that's okay.
All right, make another medicine check.
21.
Ooh.
Very nice. So you kind of reach into your pack, see that the scale is kind of off a bit. You kind of pat it down, get some like healing salve, kind of put it in where the stab would happen, just kind of stop the bleeding, and kind of correct the scale, kind of push it down and kind of fit it back in so it looks like kind of roof tiles to the rest of the dragonfly scales. Put a little bandage kind of over it, a bit of material just to like heal it up, make sure it's like nice and cinched in there. Dragonfly, thank you.
Oh.
Happy to help.
So Moss is like playing with her little fluffy yarn ball, and she says to the group, I know it's really aggravating that we don't have any answers right now, but I think our best bet is to search more around the carnival. They're obviously gone here.
We didn't get to ride the Dragonfly.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. No, I don't want to ride the other one. He seems like he needs time to heal.
It's
Northwind.
up to you. You're more than welcome to keep riding. You didn't get your check. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine, sir. Where would Mr. Witch and Mr. Light be? Do they ever visit the carnival anymore?
Oh, yes. There's nothing more Mr. Light likes than a sea of smiling faces. If the carnival's happy, he's happy.
Where is he often happiest at? Does he have a favorite ride? A favorite place he likes to hang out the most or often frequents?
They will be at the Big Top Extravaganza
Wonderful.
at noon.
What time is it?
You've done 2 rides, so roughly around half hour sort of thing each. So you've spent an hour in the carnival. You've pretty much what time was it? You probably woke up like around early in the morning. So let's say you got up with the apricot sort of sunrise. Took you a while to get in. Or sorry, it's not noon. You got there probably like around 7. Sorry, the Big Top Extravaganza happens at 10.
Okay.
So you're about 1 hour in. The extravaganza is like about 2 hours from now.
Okay. Thank you, Northwind. We're gonna catch that show.
Oh, no problem there, my friend. Happy to help. Happy to help.
Thank you so much. All right, we'll be seeing you then.
Take care. Do you not want to ride the Dragonfly?
No, I think we're okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let them heal. I think.
Yeah, that's
There's
fine.
something else we need to go check too. Actually.
Okay.
Sister, can they get their ticket refunded?
Oh, our tickets haven't stamped.
I
I'll ride. I will. I'll get my tickets worth.
I would like to ride as well, but I just figure if they're leaving.
I want to explore.
I'll stay with you, Ebby.
I'm not supposed to do this, but seeing as you help with my winged friend here, I could maybe do a little refunding if you want.
Oh, you wouldn't.
Well, the tickets are made of paper. And where did paper come from?
As long as it doesn't hurt you.
No, not at all.
No, I kind of want to see how he does this.
We're holding his body.
What was that, Shane?
We're holding his body?
No, you're handing him your
Don't
tickets.
think too deeply about it, Abby. Don't think too deeply about it.
Oh, you're asking that character, sorry. You hand him your 4 tickets. He just kind of holds them. Just kind of looks around. You see his kind of tree-like face kind of scrunch up a bit like he's kind of pushing something. And then you start to see out of the bark-like hands bits of vine and bark kind of twist and gnarl and grow up. And you start to see that the vines connect into the paper tickets. And you see tiny little paper fiber weaves just start to weave over each other and cover the part that was punched in from the squirrel as he casts mending on your paper ticket.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that was pretty neat.
There you go.
Moss
No
starts to
problem.
purr.
I appreciate your kind gesture.
I appreciate your kind gesture.
And Lucifer suggests, so Hall of Illusions, anyone?
Wherever you guys want.
Let's go to Hall of Illusions.
All right.
Let's
I'm
do it.
gonna keep a
Lucifer starts
lookout.
leading the way and just saunters off towards the Hall of Illusions.
I am now. My interest is peaked, so I'm gonna stay on the back and kind of look around.
Mm-hmm.
Coco is still on my shoulder.
So you're looking around.
Is Lucifer still affected by the laughing gas stuff? Or is he sobered up at this point?
Until the next dawn, so until the next morning,
Fantastic. He's not been laughing whatsoever, so.
you are just always
Okay,
amused
Justin.
by everything.
I love mirrors. Let's go.
This is fantastic. So going to the Hall of Illusion. So going from the Dragonfly rides, you start to kind of make your way sort of diagonally, going over a little bridge where the water is kind of flowing through, going past the lost property, past the Calliope, and you start to make your way past the big top on the way towards.
Can I kind of peek in or kind of listen in just to kind of like catch anything?
What's a Calliope?
As you walk by the big top, you see the roof of this tent reaches towards the sky above, with 3 swooping peaks topped with spinning gold stars. Painted wooden panels on the tent walls whirl with colorful motion, displaying vibrant circus performers, kind of not performing, but kind of like practicing and getting ready. You hear the sound of music and laughter drifts out through the doors. But as you kind of get closer to it, the doorway to it is closed. Apparently there's nothing happening quite just yet, but you do see a kind of couple of Witchlight handlers, Carnival barkers stationed sort of throughout the fair, particularly stationed in front of here, with their own kind of colored fairy wings and kind of jester hats that kind of go off to the side. Big top extravaganza tonight at midnight. Big top extravaganza tonight at midnight. Prepare to be delighted.
I'll question real quick. Do all the staff have matching wings?
They're all like various colorations,
Okay,
but
okay.
like the staff kind of have the same structure to kind of signify that they're like Disney employees.
Right, that's what I was kind of curious about. Okay.
Quincy, did you see when you first saw that Kenku if it had wings on?
I think it was cloaked.
It was cloaked, okay.
It did in fact have wings on,
Oh.
Okay.
with a cloak that it was sitting on top of.
Okay.
Would we be able to see that then? That was a great question. Maybe try to notice that.
Try to sort of, as you make a perception check, look around the crowd to
Yeah.
see if you see a Kenku with wings. Yeah, sure. Make a
Yeah.
perception check.
Oh, that is marvelous. Okay. That's a 23.
Ooh.
23.
19.
Ooh.
Once more, scanning around, trying to look for this bird, but it's just not around this area, unfortunately.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
To the illusions.
All right.
Hooray!
Or Quincy.
Don't you just love mirrors, Lucy?
I love mirrors. I love looking at myself.
As you make your way over to the Hall of Illusions, a glass cabinet stands near the entrance to this tent. And as you kind of get close, you see a wooden mannequin of a grinning, raven-haired young woman in witch's attire, and a green flowing cape hovers inside a glass cabinet. At the top of the cabinet, a sign reads, Tasha the Wizard, known for her hideous laughter.
But
Ah.
it's made of wood?
Hi, friend.
A halfling couple holds hands as they approach the glass cabinet. One of the halflings is wearing butterfly face paint as he drops to one knee and pulls a small box from his pocket. His sweetheart bursts into laughter and begins rolling on the ground. The halfling in face paint begins sobbing and darts into the nearby tent without getting his ticket punched.
So much just happened.
I would like all of you. I would like all of you to make a quick intelligence check or history check if you can.
Okay.
Ooh.
Dick.
Ooh.
I'm using my inspiration. My last inspiration. I won.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
Finally some good rolls.
What did Moss say to Abby?
Before this, I was gonna say, hold my hand.
I rolled a 4.
That's a 12 for me with the inspiration.
I just have 6.
Okay. As you start to walk closer to the cabinet, Moss, you go to Abby, hold my hand. Grab each other's hands. This memory kind of kips up to you, Moss. You seeing that name, Tasha, you suddenly remember something you learned in school. You recall that Tasha was one of the names reputedly used by Achaidh the Witchlight, a legendary archmage. And you know that one of Tasha's main claims to fame was inventing the spell Tasha's Hideous Laughter. As you kind of put those connections together, the female halfling falling down right when that proposal was happening might not have been entirely her fault. And as your friends start to get closer to that same glass cabinet, what would you like to do?
Well, that was a bit of an unfortunate event, huh?
Your hand is warm.
Thanks.
That was
The
a lot
fur
of
keeps
chaos.
it
That was
warm.
funny.
Can I do an Arcana check? I don't have a Dispel Magic if there's anything to counter this possible like automatic spell, because it seems as though there's a requirement needed to bypass this cabinet. So
Do we have to go to the cabinet, or can we just go inside?
I thought the cabinet was blocking our way inside.
So the cabinet isn't necessarily blocking your way inside. It's near the entrance of the tent. There's the glass cabinet kind of beside it, and beside that is a ticket holder. That kind of best way to describe him.
Oh. Ooh.
Is a mime.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
I would just want to confirm something that you said. I'm not sure I heard it right. Was that you said that someone ran into a tent without getting their a ticket punched?
Exactly. So as the halfling started to fall, the female halfling fell down in laughter at the idea of being proposed to. The male halfling just like broke down sobbing, just devastated, and just darted into the tent. The ticket punch holder, this mime, that's kind of in very grayscale like an outfit that's all like very depressing looking, like has kind of a fairy like look about them. Long tattered green shirt that kind of comes down past their waist and kind of drapes above their thigh. Sleeves are kind of long and baggy and kind of put up here. Tattered sort of neckline that droops down with more material, and a hat that kind of pokes up and curls over. Fairy wings at the back, these sort of dark white and black stocking stripes that go up from the ankle up past the thighs and up the waist with these pointed sort of dark green boots. But this person is not able to. Let's just do that. That's easier. This person can't seem to speak.
So Lucifer sachets up to him and says, "Good morrow to you, my dear. So could I just get a little clip on my ticket so I can go look at myself in the mirrors, please?"
He seems to be in distress.
I think he's telling me to go inside. So okay, very well, thank you. And Lucifer's like,
No,
that's. No, there you go. There's the ticket.
No, wait.
He's punched it. Okay, now I'm going in. And Lucifer prances into the tent.
Hi, friend.
I'm gonna hold up the ticket to the mime and be like, "We'll go in and get him, the hobbit.
Okay.
We can help. We can help. Just don't call the guards or the bugbears, okay? Give us a minute."
Do we still need to punch our ticket since we're gonna go help you?
You guys are so fun in here. There's so many mirrors.
Giving him our ticket? Does he have a hole punch in his hand?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
No, he's miming it.
Oh,
He
well,
is.
Can I mime him a ticket?
thank you. And then Boss takes her claw and pierces it. Thank you. And walks on.
He doesn't have an actual hole punch in his hand. He is just literally just like
miming
doing this.
Anyone else want a hole punch for proof? Or
Yes.
okay.
No, I run in.
Here, Epi. Boop.
Thank you.
I'm still holding Epi's hand.
Let's go. We will find your missing man.
Oh, if only Lucifer was out here, he'd be rolling laughing.
Lucifer from inside the
Oh,
tent.
no. We're gone by then. No.
This depiction of this mime, this Witchlight handler mime, is just like kind of distraught from the. Hold on.
There you go.
There you go. It was the thought that count.
Yeah.
So this mime looks distraught when the half just burst forward, but they can't leave their station, and they just like they're not able to speak. They're just kind of putting their hands up in distress. Then Lucifer, just in a loving way, is like, "I want to go in. Ticket, please." And they go, "Okay." There's no hole punch. It just does this, hands it back. Nothing was punched.
And Lucifer has no idea that there's no actual hole punched.
None at all. And then you're able to enter. But before you enter, Lucifer, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh. Do I have it? Wisdom? 15.
15. What is your intelligence score? Just a number above your intelligence stat.
Oh, 12.
12. You just run past very excitedly into the tent. Nothing happens to you. You're all good. Quincy, did you just run in without punching a ticket?
I did, yes. I did.
All right, make me an wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom, okay. Ooh. Okay, that's a 7. It's not as bad as I could have been. That's a 9.
As soon as you pass that glass cabinet, you barely make it another step before you just you burst in the laughter and just fall down right on your back and just tumble where you stand, laughing uncontrollably. You're just prone on the ground. You can't move forward.
Okay.
Evie and Moss, did you buy tickets and moving forward?
Yeah, I punched it with my claw.
Okay. So punching it with your claw, this mime witch handler, witchlight handler, is just like, seems to be like looking for help for a nearby guard or handler to like help with Quincy, who tried to cheat and run inside, and is starting to like do this.
Oh.
Do we see this?
I'll punch the ticket. I'll punch the ticket. I will. Quincy, who's like on the ground, and she just reaches into a pocket. See? With a claw.
Make me a persuasion check.
Ooh, can I help?
did it right in front of her.
What do you do to help the situation, Ebby?
Okay, I want to walk back to the mime and like comfort him and be like, thanks for doing a good job. We're helping as best we can.
And Lucifer from inside the tent's like, yep, we're helping as best we can.
Do I have to do persuasion or no?
So yeah, so you're just trying to coax the back and be like, it's okay, buddy. Like you're doing the best you can, and the
Does
mime
that mean
is
I roll
doing
with
its best.
advantage? Or
That's correct.
thank God.
What do I have to roll?
So it's either the two of you can roll a persuasion check because you helped, or you can allow Moss to roll the check at advantage.
What's better? I am.
It's up to you.
Moss.
Do you want to roll? Do you want to roll?
I can roll if you want. Yeah.
It's do one roll of persuasion.
So look at your persuasion skills and roll.
I got
Oh,
9.
God.
I got 9.
Both of ours are awful.
Yeah, I'm just saving.
My first one was a 5.
Should I do another roll or no? Like, is I really?
You only got the one, unfortunately. You go up to the mime ticket puncher.
I might start rolling
Put
out.
in your claw, like, see, it's fine. You're rubbing the back. You see him trying to wave down another Witchlight handler to come and handle Quincy, who just tried to sneak in without a hole punch and just cause trouble.
Abby, run inside. I'll scoop up Quincy. Run, go.
We're not supposed to cause trouble. What if? Wait. Are we allowed to do? Am I allowed to like, not persuasion, but like, charm them with my like charisma somehow? Using
Oh
my
God.
I don't know.
I'm just laughing. I don't know if I can help anything.
I think he has a saw.
He's trying to mime a saw onto Quincy.
Oh gosh.
Lucifer pokes his head out of the tent saying, are you guys coming in or what? It's pretty...
Wait, can I have this? It's like, hi, Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime. Hi. I know you had a rando run in there, and I know my friend was dumb. But can I help you by getting your bad one and leave my other one as a good one?
I can go grab him and bring him out real quick if you like me to.
He wasn't thinking. He got excited because he loves everything you're doing here.
Can I think he had himself?
Ebby, make a persuasion check at disadvantage because you've already pissed off the mime. Lucy, make a persuasion check.
So how do I do disadvantage?
So you roll twice and take the lesser amount.
Oh no.
Oh no!
My first one wasn't. So my first one was an 18.
Oh, okay.
15.
My second one was an 8.
I'm gonna start rolling a physical dice now.
I don't like this electric diving.
I rolled
I don't like it either.
a 15.
A 15.
Uh-huh. Persuasion.
So with the two of you, like he's just miming like a chainsaw, a shotgun, a sword that he's just like stabbing Quincy with, just signifying like, I don't like this person. Someone help me with this person who tried to sneak in. The rest of you be like, oh, it's fine. No, I'm sorry. Oh God, no, it's okay. Like he's just our friend. Don't worry. Look, I'll fix it. Lucy pops your head out in this very calm, loving, sweet persona you're giving off. Just goes, hey friend.
Hey, friend.
Goes off. He's like, do you want me to catch that guy for you? I got you, pal. I'll bring him right up.
I'll throw him over my shoulder, bring him right back.
The mime just sort of gets like it's huffing from all the actions they just did and goes,
Oh,
Okay.
I think
You're
that
back.
means okay. I think that means okay.
You're back.
So signals Lucy to go and try to grab the halfling within. Just Lucy.
I was gonna ask. Okay.
The rest of you standing outside.
You in here?
Can I do an Arcana check to see if there's like a range for Tasha's hideous laughter, so I can like drag Quincy away? Okay, I'm gonna roll an actual dice this time.
Okay.
Is it perception?
It's an Arcana check.
Sorry, Arcana. Ooh, I only have +1 to that. That's a nat 1. This is not a good dice either.
Yeah, with this, like, you kind of have an idea of how, like, when you conjure the spell, it has a range, but this could be widened, shortened, on command. Maybe there's like a tripwire. Like, it's just hard to suss out right now.
Okay.
You're more concerned with not getting in trouble and getting kicked out of this place.
That's true. Moss is playing with her Fluffy.
As Quincy is still just rolling on the ground, just laughing intensely. Lucy, as you step into the tent, this large tent on the inside is painted with a mural of shifting images that show grinning fairies diving into pools of color.
Oh, so pretty.
The helical stripes of the tent's pointed canopies rotate in spirals, and the whole display seems designed to befuddle onlookers. A clown, dressed in garb, stares at you blinkingly in the reflection of one of the mirrors, and they just steps off to the side.
I didn't quite like that. What just happened right there? I didn't. I'll just ignore that for now. Sir, where are you?
As you start walking inside, looking for this halfling, we get you to make me a perception check. As tall mirrors line the interior walls.
Oh no.
Eddie tries to make small talk with the mime.
Woo! A 5.
As you start to walk deeper and deeper into the Hall of Illusions, you start to look at your own reflection. Nobody around you currently, but as you look into the mirror, you see a younger, youthful version of yourself, around the same age as when you first entered into the Witchlight Carnival all those years ago. A young Lucy, probably around 12, 11 years old.
Hello, little me. I'm so cute.
But as you continue to walk forward, you notice that the images grow steadily older. With each step you take passing by a mirror, you see your reflection grow from 11, 14, 19, 20 to your current age. And then you walk further still past your current age, going to your 40s, 60s, 80s.
310s.
Exactly. Until you are just a little prune, shriveled up man. Or tiefling, I should say.
Thank you.
What does Lucifer look like as a young kid, a teenager, and an old man?
As a young kid, his hair was a little bit more wavy, less clean cut and slicked back as it was now. He definitely used to wear a smile more outwardly consistently when in his like naivety of the world. He wore more like whites and like light reds rather than the dark, more like edgy version that he wears now. And the older version is almost similar clothing-wise to the younger version, with kind of like a consistent little wrinkly little smile like this, as if he's kind of figured out the world and then lived a good life, which is a little bit surprising to current day Lucifer, because while internally as a child he was an optimist, he's definitely become much more that mysterious, not as trusting protector of his friends. So to see him in the future being like kind of wise to everything the world has to offer, but also still having a smile on his face is a little bit surprising. He's definitely more of a his hair is definitely very like salt and pepper, even at the ripe old age of, like 2000, whatever age it is. But he's definitely like kind of, bent over a little bit from all the adventures he's been on and all that kind of stuff.
Awesome. And as you're walking through these hallways, seeing these images of you start to age, going from younger to older and older, roll me 2 more perception checks.
Okay, first one's a 17. Second one's a 10.
Okay. So in each time you've been looking for this halfling, a minute has passed. The first minute, didn't see him at all. Started to see the images of your younger self, and you're kind of just entranced by that, brought back some memories. You kind of walk forward. It's just mirrors everywhere. And you're kind of twisting and turning through the maze. After minute 2, you do see something. A halfling gazing worriedly into a mirror. And in the reflection of that mirror, a little girl in a petticoat dress, in a pig's mask, 2 pigtails braided out with pink ribbons on them. You see this mysterious masked little girl whispering to the halfling's youthful reflection that is being reflected off of his image. So in the mirror that is reflecting the halfling's body, you see a youthful version of that halfling and this little girl in a pig's mask whispering something.
Lucifer walks up behind the halfling and leans his 7-foot tall frame all the way over to right by the halfling's head and says, "Do you know this little piggy?"
And as soon as you walk up and kind of sneak up behind the halfling, make me a stealth check.
Oh. 5. That's
Your
my first
lumbering,
one.
tall figure suddenly reflects off all of the mirrors as you approach the halfling. And the little girl just goes, and just darts off from the reflection.
Interesting.
And as you say that, the sort of haze over the halfling's face just, hi there, friend. What did you say?
I was asking if you knew that little piglet that just ran off.
No.
All right. Well, hey,
Never met that
everything's fine. Come with me. We need to step outside real quick. Get your ticket. Tickety. We'll come back. We'll come back in together.
Okay, sure.
Lucifer starts leading him back.
Did you
With
hear
his hand
what
behind his back.
Did you hear what he was saying?
No. What? What did she say? Intrigue me.
He asked me if I had any regrets, and that if
Question I usually like to ask. So, do you?
well, she asked me if I had any regrets, and that if I did, she knew someone who could help me, and wanted me to follow her.
Well, let's be glad you didn't. Not to toot my own horn, see myself as a pretty good deal maker, and I usually follow through. So continue to follow with me. We'll make sure you're good to go. And then if you like, I can maybe help you.
Well, if I had any regrets, it's that I wish I'd never fucking met her and proposed to her. Did you see when she laughed in my face?
Wait.
God.
Lucifer pauses with him. You mean the woman outside that you left?
Yeah. I proposed to her. She laughed in my face.
Lucifer squats down next to this halfling and says, What would you like to do? Do you want to go back and see her? Or shall we just go hang out and let her deal with herself?
I don't know.
I know a good mead place.
I want her to say yes. I want to spend the rest of my life with her.
Did she tell you why she laughed in your face?
I mean, no, she's just laughing.
Oh wait, just now.
Yes, I'm fine.
Oh, mate, no, mate. Everything's gonna be just fine. There's a spell outside that apparently you ran straight through and had no problem. Did you see her falling on the ground laughing? My little mate Quincy did too. Come with me, you'll see. It was not her. It was some magical spell.
Oh.
Trust me.
Oh, shit. Okay.
No, come on. There's still a chance. I'll be there. I'll be your wingman. I trust you. Daddy Lucy's got your back. Come on.
Roll me a persuasion check at advantage.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
You got this, Daddy.
So roll
persuasion
persuasion check twice and give me the higher result.
Right.
You got this, hell daddy.
The first one's an 18.
Ooh.
Second one is a 22.
Let go.
So yeah, you say this story very calmly with all the best intentions in the world, still giggling away. This kindness just kind of, and the fact that maybe there was a hideous laughter spell inside the mannequin just clicks for the halfling. Oh shit, I'm so sorry. Oh no, I've ruined
Don't be sorry, mate. Want to go talk to you right now?
Sorry, my name's Ruben.
Ruben, it's a pleasure. My name is Lucifer. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Nice to make your acquaintance too. Okay. Oh God, I hope she doesn't kill me. Okay. And starts to walk out with you. And for the rest of you, you've just been waiting outside, with the mime.
I've been miming with him.
How so?
Just like when he does something, I'm just like.
I'm hoping that Moss at this point has tried to drag Quincy some range away from the cabinet, but again, because of her nat 1, Quincy's still laughing. She doesn't know where the range of this spell is. She's just like dragging Quincy on the ground.
So as you're dragging Quincy, who's just rolling and laughing and tumbling on the floor, and you're dragging Quincy away, you get about 10 feet past away from the mannequin, and the spell works out. Quincy, roll another wisdom saving throw.
Oh, please. Oh, please. Please. Oh, that's better. That is a dirty 20.
Nice.
Yeah, so as soon as Moss drags you away from the mannequin of Tasha inside, that laughter finally subsides. You're able to catch your breath and come back to your normal composure.
You good, Quincy?
Yes, I'm fine.
Oh, okay, good. I remember that spell in school. It's been a while, but
What spell?
yeah, it's Tasha's hideous laughter. Although at the moment, I'm sorry,
It's a fun one.
There's fidgeting with her Fluffy. I couldn't remember the range of the spell, so I just kind of dragged you for a little bit. But I'm guesstimating this might be 10 feet away, so we should be careful about that radius.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And as you say that, you see Lucy start to exit
Oh God.
from the tent with a halfling man with his arms sort of outstretched. They're kind of like being chummy, and suddenly it comes to your viewpoint with the mime and Ebby kind of mirroring each other's movements, and he's trying to like shake you off, but you're matching him pretty perfectly. Roll me a performance check really quick.
For me?
14.
14. So yeah, everything that this mime does, you're able to just match it perfectly. You're kind of like, you're starting to like get him out of his little gloomy state, starting to kind of cheer him up a little bit, kind of appreciate the attention. And then Lucy suddenly comes out from the tent with Ruben the halfling.
Hello, everyone. With my little buddy Ruben, fantastic guy. Is his significant other still on the ground laughing?
Yes, this whole
Look-
time.
Oh, looks like they got Quincy out of there. Come on, let's just pick her up and take her over to where Quincy is.
10
Okay.
feet radius, over here.
Carries her over to the group.
All right. So as you carry the female halfling over to the group, suddenly she's able to catch her breath and the laughter subsides, and she comes to. Oh my gosh! Oh, Ruben! I'm so sorry. I was trying to make fun of you. I swear. I just started laughing and I couldn't help myself. It's okay. It's okay, Ween. My friend Lucy here told me that there was some kind of laughter spell inside that mannequin. We got too close. You didn't mean that, do you? No, I swear, Ruben. I think you're the bee's knees. I would never say no to you. I love you so very much. Oh, Ween, you've made me the happiest halfling that ever was. And then they started to hug each other as Ruben takes the ring off the ground and puts it on Ween's hand. And you're kind of seeing this true love finally being brought before your eyes as you're all kind of huddled around. And it's very, very sweet, but it only has kind of a few seconds when once again this hulking bugbear with a vest that's 9 sizes too short and shorts 9 sizes too short with multicolored patches of jester coloration and a little hat that goes over here. All right, you two, you know the rules. See the bugbear grabbed him by the collar and you two know that you can't be sneaking into places like this. Come on over here, we're gonna take care of you. And they're just
I was just gonna say, Mr. Bear.
Can we talk to him?
I was a Mr. Bear. It seems there was a predicament.
Now, Mr. How tall is this bugbear?
7 feet.
Oh, good. So we're eye to eye. Mr. Bearbug, sir. Listen, my friend here, Ruben, did not mean to go scampering into the tent. As one does, he made an attempt to confess his love to his sweet thing. What's your name?
My name is Ween, and that's Ruben.
Sween, fantastic. Ruben was trying to confess his love to Sween, ask her to be his happily wedded halfling wife, and the laughing trick got her, and so he thought that she was being made fun of. He was being made fun of, and so then he went running inside. Silly story, you see. And I had to go find him and talk to him. So this has been a giant mistake. Everything is fine. They are now betrothed, whatever the halfling term is for it. And everyone's getting their ticket stamped now. So let's give them a second chance, shall we?
As you say this, the bugbear just kind of has them both held up by the collar, and they're both holding each other's hands as their little feet are kind of dangling.
Look at them, Mr. Bear. Come on.
And you kind of go on in this hilarious explanation that kind of takes a bit too long, as the bugbear is just his eyes are trying to catch up with you, and you say that. Roll me another persuasion check at advantage.
Nice.
Oh god. I'm 10.
A 10. Okay.
Wait, he has one more thing.
Inspiration?
Inspiration.
Oh, you might still have an inspiration. I think you had 2 in there.
I used one of mine.
I used both of mine.
I'll use my other one for love.
This was inspired.
Is that me rolling the 4?
Yes, the 1d4. That's what you will roll.
3, so 13 altogether.
13. As you go and stand up to this bugbear, say this explanation, he kind of has both halflings up and looks over at the mime. Abby, are you still with the mime, or are you with the group now?
Oh, I'm I guess both. I'm half miming, but half Mr. Bear.
So as you're kind of playing with the mime ticket holder, or ticket puncher, kind of playing around with him. He kind of looks over to Ebby, kind of playing with the voiceless mime figure. Seems to be lifting the spirits a bit. Looks over at Lucy and looks over at you. Looks over to Ruben. You're not gonna run inside these locations without a ticket again, are you? No, I swear, I won't do it again. I'm sorry, I was just distraught by emotions.
Unreal.
The bugbear looks at Ruben, looks at Ween. Ruben looks back at the bugbear. Come on, Burley. Have the heart, will ya? All right, fine. Puts down both of the halflings as they kind of still holding hands. So like, oh, thank you so very much. We promise we won't do it again. Thanks, Lucy. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye. And they go and run off into the carnival.
Hi, Sheen.
While all this is happening, Moss is just playing with Fluffy, but she like has this inner urge to like hold someone's hand again, because she thought that the way to get past Tasha's hideous laughter was to like hold hands with someone. That was like the initial reason, which is why she had Ebby hold hands. But now that there's actually no reason for it, it's just a spell, she's just kind of like fidgeting.
I'm not going in there. I do not want to go in there.
It's such a great time, mate.
What did you see in there, Lucy?
What did I see in there?
Yeah. We didn't get to go inside.
There's mirrors that show your past self and your older self too. But then there's some little tricky ones, and one of them has this clown, which I don't very much like. I don't really like clowns. I don't like the little mannequin either. But then there's this little girl thing that was talking to Ruben, with a little pig mask, which I didn't really like that much either. But didn't talk to me, didn't bother me. So let's go in as a group, and then we'll be just fine. It'll be fine. It'll be so much fun. What do you say?
Okay, the pig mask girl got me. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Mime.
Are we allowed in now?
As you look over at the mime, who's kind of, him and Abby are kind of done playing around.
Yay!
Puts the hand up for the ticket.
Does he actually punch it this time?
No, still doesn't.
Will I die if I walk in with this now?
Well, I already clicked yours before, but it still didn't. It wasn't what he wanted.
But now the mime has also clicked it.
Yeah, well, he did before.
Are
but
you the one casting a spell on people?
Oh,
Oh, he's more mysterious
Walk
than
in
I
it.
thought. There's not just so black and
Just
white.
walk in.
I'm just like, I'm done with this. I'm done.
Moss,
So,
as you
yeah.
see, like, the whole ticket thing, has her ticket out. Like, I have it. And she like walks backwards into the mirror. I have it. Okay. And she just darts inside.
Okay. Abby, oh, you're muted.
Uh-oh.
Hi. And so Abby walks forward, turns to the mime and bows graciously, and then mimes the box, and then goes in.
Cute.
All right. So the rest of you are going inside the Hall of Illusions. Lucy, are you going back inside? It will require another hole punch in your ticket.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Or you could just stand outside. Oh, okay.
No. I like the creepy crawly mirrors.
Sure, you get your hole. That's the third hole punch.
Lucy, you need the claw.
Yeah, no. The mime punched my. I mean, Moss can actually physically do it, but the mime definitely punched it
I
earlier.
call it my white claw.
So that's 3 out of 8 for Quincy, Abby, and Moss, and that's 4 on Lucy's ticket.
Did we get some refunded with
Did
the
we
last
get the
one?
refund?
Northwind refunded it.
Oh,
so-
right. That's right. So this is
2 and then 3.
right. So 2 and 3, correct? Yeah. there we go.
Cool.
But for 3 is for who?
3 is for Lucy. The rest of you is 2. This is your
But-
second official punch.
But I thought Lucy didn't get his punch when he first went in. He,
Oh, that's true.
No, he did. He was the first one who had a ticket and punched it. Like the mime is pretending to punch
mime
it.
punch though, so does it count?
Apparently it does when it's done
Either
correctly.
mine, it does.
Okay.
He does it, it's fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so the rest of you going back inside the Hall of Mirrors, and very much the same thing happens to you that happened to Lucifer. You step inside a tent, you see the mural painting shifting images that show grinning fairies diving into pools of water, the stripes on the tent's pointed canopies, the spirals, all of that. And then you start to hit the mirrors into that sort of maze-like fashion. Same thing happens to the three of you. You start to see younger, older, and very old versions of yourself as you kind of walk through and around the mirrors. I'm going to go through the three of you and just get you to describe to me brief descriptions of what your character looks like as like around 10 years old, jumping over to like teenage years, past your current self to your older years. So we'll start with Quincy.
What I look like?
Yeah, just like a brief description if you want of like maybe your style will be different, maybe your hairstyle is different, the
Quincy,
features on your face maybe are different.
Quincy younger, probably more of a child, was constantly more so dressed in like I guess a single pullover robe, and had a like corded belt wrapped around him that was colored, and it was this particular color. This time it was blue, which was like a grade sort of thing depending on what he was going through at the time. So he hair very short, very prim and proper, almost very like he was in some type of monastery or like church cultural group. It was a cult. But then looking at him now and then
I don't know why right then I thought, you're naughty Wankus.
Him older, Quincy older, probably like if we're talking like at the end, closer to the end of his life or finalizing years, would probably be would probably enjoy like having a longer kind of like patchwork like coat like robe, and that has like that's bits and pieces of like all of his travels or all of his old clothing kind of like put together, and it's like a tapestry of his adventures or adventurers that he's known. He probably has like his hair tight into a braided ponytail that goes all the way down, probably almost to the floor, because he just let it grow. He's got smile lines all over his face, and I kind of want to say that like he doesn't look any different, except he just looks aged, but he seems very content. The younger version of him looked very anxious and very just unsure, but kind of like subdued into silence. And then the finalized version is him being very content, but also very confident in himself and feeling very complete.
I like that.
So yeah.
Moving on from that, as you're kind of traveling together, looking at these images, Jackie, what does your character kind of look like?
So when Moss goes through
Young,
the first...
teenage, old.
Young, teenage, and old? Okay, so Moss, looking at the very first mirror, sees this fluffy little kitten with like the poofy cheeks and the gold robes that she wears now are brilliant in color. They're way too big for this little kitten cub. But you can see the little fur patches coming out because she's just so fluffy. It's the kitten fur. And her eyes are just super wide, dilated, huge. They show ambition and excitement. And you see in this little kitten paws, Fluffy, which is bright red, and compared to the little ball of yarn that Moss has now, it's vivid in color. It was just given to her. It was a remarkable moment in her kitten cub life that she remembers. And moving on, she goes to the teenage her, where she starts to get her height, her lean physique, and she's now grown into these golden robes that the people of Mastika wear when being inducted into the monastery, and still like hooked on her woven belt is Fluffy, and her eyes look more skeptical, more alert. So she has been warned of the dangers of the outside world past her village, but she has yet to experience it. And she looks a little forlorn, kind of lonely. And the gold robes that she has now have a little bit of wear on them. It looks as though she's tried her hardest to keep them attended to, but it's easy to see that she's been on her own during this time period. Moving on to the elder version of her, she sees that she's no longer in the golden robes, but a beautiful turquoise. And there's a shawl that drapes over her shoulders. Her fur has gotten white along her nose and mouth, showing the age of the Tabaxi people. Eyes slightly foggy as she starts to lose her vision, but wise, as though in the fog of her age, she can recall adventure, she can recall so many things, but it's almost sad to see that such eyes that have seen so much can no longer see now. But she has like protruding hip bones as she starts to like wither away, but she seems strong, still holding onto her quarterstaff.
Love that. That was awesome. Okay, and last but certainly not least, Ebby. What does our peacock blue feathered friend look like as a young pup, teenage, and older?
So as a young, his plumage is basically everywhere. And the blue that is there is very faint, only on what the tips would be, because the white is more strong on him at this point. Very mirthful looking, and just himself. There's really nothing to it other than the fact that his eyes are almost too big for his head at this moment.
I instantly know that image right away.
That's so cute.
And then as a teenager, he still has a little bit of extra plumage around his neck, but things have slowly started to fall down. He has the light buds slowly forming on his head, and his garments in this time of life are only an emerald sash that covers around his body. And he does have a few little bits of jewelry, but they are just things that just found him, as he puts it, and just put them together as little gifts because people still did not understand, but it was fun. He wanted to express his love for them by wearing it. His attitude at this point was very glee. He enjoyed every single moment that he was going through. He was really learning to embrace time at this moment in his life, and being able to come to terms very quickly, especially with Akakura's age being only a lifespan of 30 years. So he would be only 2 at this point, 2, or this is immature by the age of 3.
Oh.
And so he was taking on a lot at these points, but mostly he held himself pretty strong. But it's because he was always finding himself, not that he thought he was, but to perception alone. But he was very happy with everything that was around him, considering every single thing was becoming his friend. Tree, root, leaf, bug, anything.
Hi, friend.
Just everything was like his thing. As older, so his feathers have become more slung. Those things more dragged now. The blue is still ever vibrant, but the white that was on him has slowly started to dim. So it's not as bright. His eyes still burned the ember that he had, and his clothing was the current silky silver fabric he had was now all he wore. The roots were entwined into him and through his garments, holding them together. The sickle he no longer carried with him. He never felt like he needed it at this moment in his life. He did carry around with him a birch branch that was just finely tuned, but still looked like it had the paper withering from it, like a birch tree does. And his forehead crown was now slumped downwards to the side. So, the sandy beak did have a few cracks and dryness that was around him for the age was going. And his talons, he was still happy, were as sharp as they could be. His life at this moment was more full of melancholy. And he was losing his glee, but he never understood why. And he was trying still to this moment to accept time, to accept things around him, while still trying to make new friends. And he may have been through a more melancholy lifestyle, but he was still holding on to his youthful hope.
Okay. Amazing. Good job, Fred. So as you all sort of make your way maze through the Hall of Mirrors, each of you seeing these various reflections of yourself. Lucy, once again, seeing yourself young in your teenage years and older once more. None of your reflections have changed. They're very much the same as when you walked in the first time. And there's no one in here with you currently. It's kind of like a group comes in, then another group comes in afterwards. But Lucy, you don't see any little girl with a pig mask or any other figures that are off-putting. The various images from the tent and sort of pixies diving in pools and little clowns here and there popping out every once in a while are not menacing. They're just part of the fun. But yeah, after you kind of go in there for a bit, whisk your way around, you find yourself back where you came from, outside at the entrance.
Well, we saw no pig mask girl.
So nothing out of the ordinary this time.
That was really strange.
Because we had a great time. So nice, you guys.
What time is it?
Oh, yeah.
What
As
is
you-
time?
As you go outside from inside the carnival, when you started, it was pretty much midday, sun was rising. You've sort of been walking around the carnival. It's been a couple hours at this point. You sort of noticed the clear sky, patches of clouds have kind of been slowly just kind of billowing by. When you walked into the Hall of Mirrors, it was like a little cloudy, but still sunny, shining, radiant light everywhere. And then as you step outside, suddenly the cloud cover is very apparent over top. And then it's like sort of blocking any kind of sunlight. And then as you kind of get outside, you see the clouds start to sort of part and pass. As you look up in the sky, you see this purple, pink, sort of sunset color with almost like a galaxy of stars in between the clouds. It's not necessarily nighttime, but it's starting to get into that dusky sort of sunset setting, which is odd because you started this first thing in the morning, and only being here for 2 hours, there's kind of like this cloud kind of ringing on the outside of the carnival, and you're looking up and starting to see the sun setting already, and like a very beautiful northern lights star set above.
How long were we in there?
Can I do an Arcana check? Is this a spell?
Make an Arcana check.
Wait, is it next day?
I want to ask someone passing by what time it is.
Yeah.
Am I still under the laughing spell?
You are.
Okay. So we know it's the same day.
That was my loophole question.
Yeah, so as you're kind of looking around, Moss, make that Arcana check.
I got a 16 plus 1, 17. Right?
17, yeah. So looking around, you're just like, what? It's already starting to become dusk? And you're kind of looking around, and being in the carnival for a while now, especially going through the Hall of Mirrors, you know that the Fae in general, one of their big things is playing pranks and sort of distorting your perception of reality in more ways than one. And so you're kind of looking around, you're like, what the? It's beautiful, by the way. Like, it is elegant, stunning.
It matches my Boobie wings.
Indeed it does. As you're looking overhead, and that's that very elegant wave, that elegant dance of the sun and the moon kind of dancing with each other before night takes over, and you start to see all those gleaming stars, those various colorations. And then you kind of look over and try to peek at one of the entrances to the carnival, the one that was by the Calliope near the lost property. And the rest of the outside of the carnival seems to be kind of blocked by this mist, this cloud. But you kind of look over to the ticket booth, and you can kind of see peering out of it like a radiant beam of light from the sunshine.
Okay.
So it kind of gives you a sense that like this is probably an illusion of the carnival. Because as you heard when you went by, Quincy, the Big Top, and you heard some of the Witchlight handlers saying, "Big Top extravaganza at midnight!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And then you were like,
what's one said 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess my concern is that midnight actual time, or are they going to make their own midnight? Like, I want to make sure we don't miss this extravaganza.
I'm sure it's whatever they want.
I like extravaganzas. Almost as much as I like mirrors.
You gonna go back in?
Not quite yet.
Not yet. Can we go over to the big tent and see if the doors are open at least?
To the Big Top?
Yeah, I think before it was locked up.
Yeah, well, it was, the flaps were kind of closed. There was some Witchlight saying, "Come back at midnight, Big Top extravaganza." And Quincy was able to hear some moseyings going on, performers kind of practicing, and heard some music and laughter. But as you kind of...
midnight is for them.
I know.
Let's go to the Big Top.
Okay.
So as you go over towards the Big Top, again, the visage above you starting to change from a sunset into night. I'm going to have Moss roll me a D8.
Oh, okay. I have to do that on here. D8. 6.
A 6. Okay. So as you start to go towards the Big Top, you do see that the flaps are now open.
Okay.
With a couple of the Witchlight handlers in various colorations of outfits, like punching some tickets of people kind of going through inside and outside. All of you go in?
My first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here.
I'm gonna go to the Big Top.
Take it.
Yeah, take it.
All right.
Lucifer lightly just like walks his hand across the drapes, walking into the tent because he just feels like everything is so extra spectacular today.
So much like a real circus, kind of Big Top tents usually have sort of smaller acts that kind of perform throughout the day. You know, it kind of runs the gambit until like the big showdown or the big shows kind of pop off. So as you go inside, you kind of see people kind of coming in, seeing some things, and kind of coming out. But Moss just hurriedly rushes up to it with the rest of you. Me. Get real punches.
There we go.
As you step on through, you notice colorful orbs of light dance in the lofts of the tent, while magical spotlights kind of highlight what's happening in the center. You see spectators watching the act from rows of tiered wooden seats encircling the ring. And at this particular moment, you step in and you see a tiefling fire breather who summoned capering magma mephites and smoke mephites that seemingly kind of reappear and sort of disappear as this just aura of red and yellow colorations come from this elegant tiefling, blowing these huge explosions of fire from their mouth.
Can
Lucifer, no.
Can Lucifer use thaumaturgy to change the fire to green?
Oh, I thought you were going to try and do it yourself.
You want to thaumaturgy the color of the fire to green?
Yeah, to surprise the fire breather.
Do you want to do this sort of stealthily, or do you want to? No. Okay. Make me a quick Arcana check.
Okay.
Abby's just admiring the tower.
17.
17. So you all kind of like pick a seat like in the first of two rows or wherever you'd like to sit, either together or separately, as there's like a few people sort of in there watching this. It's very exquisite, like excellent form, very entertaining. And Lucy just snaps fingers, and suddenly the tiefling in his very like pageantry outfit just just like falls on their butt as this giant neon green flame just emits from the mouth and just scares the shit out of him and falls on his butt. And you're not doing this in stealth, you just snapped your fingers. As you kind of look over to the left, you can notice that there is some sort of backstage area that's kind of curtained away between the big top and some sort of room behind it. There are two sort of witchlight hands who are kind of guarding the entrance, but they seem to be kind of bickering over themselves over the appeal of the axe while sharing like a bottle of pear cider.
Interesting.
So we're going to see if they noticed Lucy doing this.
It's all in good fun.
Jesus Christ. Oh, 2 and a 3. Give me a break. So the witchlight hands are apparently just like, this is stupid. We've seen this fire before. Why can't they get someone new? I don't know. I heard there was an immortal snail that might make an appearance at some point. As they're kind of bickering, they don't notice the green flame, but of the sudden shock and gasp of the crowd, they kind of look over as one of them's holding the pear cider, but just caught the tail end, like didn't see the blast, didn't see the color of the change of color or anything, and just kind of look confused and like, no, it must have been a good trick. And just kind of go back to their argument.
Yep, just a trick.
Question. Based on the size of the potion of invisibility bottle, how many uses can I get out of it? Knowing, like, I'm proficient in alchemist tools and things, and also kind of like I got chef's tools. I don't know if that would make a difference, but like, how much could it? How big was it? How big was it?
Let's see here. So that
Let's find out.
Let's find out. Potion of invisibility the potion's container looks empty, but feels as though it holds liquid. So as the halfling kind of handed to you, you saw that sort of viscous kind of swirling around inside, and then as they handed it to the right owner, it just disappeared as you put it back in your pouch. So when you drink it, you become invisible for 1 hour. Anything you wear or carry is invisible with you. The effect does end early if you attack or cast a spell. So basically, it's only one person.
Okay.
So you drink it, you're drinking the whole bottle.
Okay.
You become invisible for 1 hour, but if you try to hit someone or cast a spell, a cantrip, anything, you will pop back.
Okay.
Are there any lions that performing right now?
Roll me another d8.
Oh, another D8.
Can you talk to the lions, Moss?
It's a 1.
Oh no! Maybe you just like growl in the general direction.
I'm just saying, Moss is 28 years old. She hasn't had her first litter yet. It was gonna be bad if there was a male lion in the room. Just saying.
So there is no lions.
Good.
The flames from the fire breather were pretty extended. It looked like they had the floor for a while, but you can kind of see off to the corner of the tent, kind of way it looks like they're kind of getting ready for the next act. You can see this ogre that's dressed like a djinn, which is basically the D&D version of a genie. Sort of big, lumbering, looking like they're looking at these tiny little fireflies and tiny little like trampoline and a tiny little ring that he's trying to like light with fire. Looks like the giant ogre is trying to manage like a firefly circus of sorts.
Cute.
Moss, Abby, Lucy.
Yes, Quincy.
There's something. I'm just curious. Want to do a little sneaking?
Always want to do some sneaking.
Okay. I want to get backstage.
I don't know how sneaky I can be right now.
You want to just be loud? You want to just be loud?
I'll sneak with you.
All right.
You want me to stay here?
Abby and Lucy, can you guys cause us a distraction?
Oh, that I can most certainly do.
Yeah.
Effie just like has no idea how life works. Is like, whatever.
Whatever Lucy says to do, just do it, okay? Help him. Keep out of trouble.
Okay.
And I want to kind of just like slip into the aisle between the seats. So I'm kind of like standing and pretending to watch, but kind of just like making it so that I'm easier access to kind of move over towards where they are,
Okay.
the backstage doors.
So you kind of like sort of sift your way through the various audience members and the various wooden
Yeah.
tiers.
Like I'm looking for a seat or something like that.
Yeah,
And
just kind of looking down like. And then Lucy and Ebby, what are you gonna do to distract the Witchlight hands?
Am
As the
I-
flamethrower kind of gets up, is just like weird and starts to go back to his performance and fire breathing.
Abby, Mischief is my middle name. So do you
Mine's
have,
Gregory.
do you have any idea or... what do you say?
Mine's Gregory.
Gregory.
I love it, Gregory. I love it. Do you
No,
have any...
Gregory.
Gregory.
That literally sounds like a bird call. Hee Gregory.
Evie, do you have any ideas? Otherwise, I can metaphorically and maybe realistically start a fire.
I can make fire.
Oh! I would love to see how this is done. Lucifer waits to see how Ebby's plan pans out.
Well, okay, question. So I can just do produce flame, right? And that's like just I can produce it, right? It's not gonna cost anything, right?
I can change its color.
Hello, right? Okay. So on on Lucifer's wrist, I just open my hand. There's this
Important to note, are you doing this stealthily or causing a fire in the open?
Oh.
Your choice. I know
I'm
what I
under
would
the
do.
bleachers, by the way. I'm separate from them.
Okay.
You kind of overheard them starting to cause mischief. You're like, I don't want any fucking part of this stuff, guys.
Wait. Is Moss sneaking around with Quincy?
Yeah, Moss is coming
Yes.
with me.
Yeah,
Yes.
so me and Ebby
Are we gonna hurt anyone?
No, not too
It's up to
much.
you.
So I have to.
Nothing that would last.
Nothing permanent.
I guess. What's your plan with fire before I do it?
No, it's yours. Let your plan pan out first.
fire.
It's like we're corrupting this pure innocent.
There's no rhyme or reason, so Abby's just like, oh, why am I doing this? But I want to also do it. What is desire?
What you're feeling is called chaos, and I live amongst it.
He's probably one of the most neutral people, and then Lucifer's over here like chaotic.
So cute.
I guess. Do we want them to see the fire?
That's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Your choice.
You are aware that of the rules that the person at the ticket booth when you first entered said, don't cheat, don't cause any shit, and everything will be fine. So you do know that if you're caught starting a fire that could hurt people, there could be repercussions. But if you're trying to do it stealthily, there's a chance you could do it and no one sees you and get away with it.
I don't trust myself. I do not trust myself. But because it was a rule, I actually won't be able to.
Ah.
I have a problem with line, not a problem with rules.
Can you produce fire? Doesn't seem it.
Hang on.
Are you doing this stealthily as well, Lucy?
Abby takes a step backwards.
or are you going to join the flamethrower?
I can't create. I can't make fire unless I use something like Hellish Rebuke, which is not slick. It's not easily.
I have an idea, actually.
Okay, what's your idea?
Why don't we ask if we can show pretty colors of fire to everyone as a show?
Dungeon Master?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
Who should we? We have to be a distraction, right?
A distraction, but healthily.
Healthily or stealthily?
Healthily.
Lucifer in his giggly state says in his thaumaturgy, very loud voice, "Can we participate in the show?"
Do you take volunteers?
As the flamethrower kind of lifts out another breath of air into the flames, lighting up their area once more, Quincy sidling over to this backstage area with Moss in tow, as Lucy and Ebby are trying to concoct a plan to see what they can do as a distraction and come up with an idea. Lucy, you stand up. Can we be part of the show? And as you say that, everyone, it is here. We'll have to end the stream tonight, unfortunately. It has been the 4-hour runtime. But, oh boy, what a fucking kickoff to this story, everyone.
What a great way to end it. Can we be part of the show? Find out next time.
Exactly. So first off, thank you all so effing much for showing up for session 1. There are so many of you that came to watch this in the chat. We cannot thank you enough. If you want to see more of this wacky, insane Feywild adventure and these awesome characters in this crew, this story is a bi-weekly campaign. So it will be every other Tuesday. So I believe the next Tuesday will be November the 8th.
9th.
The 9th, thank you, Shane. November the 9th, same time, 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. If these lovely creators will have me again, we would love to continue the story. And yeah, so everyone, that was session 1 of Wild Beyond Witchlight. If you are not subscribed to the Dicecream Twitch channel, maybe just think about doing so. Turn on the notifications so you'll never miss a session of this story or any of the other stories we do here at the Dicecream Twitch channel. Our next story will be this coming Monday for a Beyond the Realms, my personal homebrew campaign that I've been running here since the pandemic started to kind of help to kick off all the crazy, awesome stuff we're able to do today. So if you love awesome D&D stories, you want to see some more fantastic role players doing their thing, come join us for that story every Monday, same time as this one started. Also, come and follow me at Dicecream Sandwich on TikTok, Instagram, so you'll always be updated on when we do cool projects and fun streams and all that greatness. For the rest of you, applause to all of you. Well done.
Taking off my booby wings.
Booby wings. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to hang out with this dork for a while. And to everyone out there watching as well, thank you for taking the time today to hang out with us as we entertain ourselves with booby wings and hilarious Aarakocra stone-faced speeches. Yes, everyone, why don't we just do a quick roundabout in case no one's following you guys. They know where you're at and where to follow. So we'll start with Jennings.
Oh, the name here next to over here next to Lucifer. His name's Brower. It is my username everywhere, anywhere and everywhere. So YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, all the places. Come follow, hang out. I love you guys.
All right, Quincy.
Quincy's Tavern. Look up Quincy's Tavern on most social medias. You'll find me there. It's a good time.
There you go. Shane.
So everywhere except Twitch, you can find me as Shane Wally, Whalley. On Twitch, it's Shane Wally, but Wallee.
There you go. And finally, Jackie.
Username for all social media is Jackie_Ilana_Chan. I hope to see you guys on some streams and maybe even on TikTok. Thanks so much again for hosting Dicecream Sandwich.
Yeah.
Hey, you're certainly welcome. Yeah, guys. So I am so stoked to be running this campaign. This is so much fun. As soon as I read the book, I was like, this is going to be perfect for this group to play with.
Good soup. Good soup.
A good soup. And also, for those of you, a cool preview for the next couple sessions, I'm going to be mailing them real letters, handouts, and things like that.
I will have my wings by next session.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
By the next few sessions, hopefully, which is going to add a cool layer to all of this. So once again, thank you so much for your support out there. We super appreciate it. Stay safe. Keep washing your hands, you dirty heathens. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.